And we are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen in chat. We're back again for another week. We weren't here last week, were we? But it's fine because there was nothing. DC announced a load of new stuff, which is the equivalent of saying there was no news whatsoever. So we took that week off, and now we're back. Because movies have released. Now there actually is news, because this movie's doing ridiculously well for what it is.
Insane.
Yeah, it's Spider-Man Day. I think almost every slide is Spider-Man related in some way.
It's
MCU Day.
Do we remember our predictions? Because I remember us recently doing predictions.
Okay, so first of all, I need to give credit to Uninspired Reviewer because he said 2 billion. We all shit on him.
You motherfuckers clown me like I did. I was like, really damn, all right.
Not 2 billion. He's the only one that was right.
Well, not yet. How much?
It will, dude. It will.
We might as well call it here. It is gonna make 2 billion.
There's a really slim chance everybody wakes up en masse and realizes that it's just as bad as every recent Marvel film, but that's not going to happen.
Like, do you think word of mouth for this one film is going to be just fantastic all across?
Yes, because I think it's like the Odyssey, where that had fantastic word of mouth, despite the fact that we all recognized its immense flaws, but the audience didn't care. It's like Avatar, and this is kind of like that too. It's an audience pleaser, despite all of its problems.
Even then, there's the qualifier with Odyssey, which is like the average ticket price is 20% higher. So actually, it's really popular. It's done really well, but it's not even comparable because that's earned a lot of money based on way more expensive tickets. This is earning a lot of money based on total normal people buying normal people tickets, watching the movie in a rectangle because lo and behold, it makes no fucking difference whatsoever. So this one, in a weird way, though I don't like it, has earned its money much more than Odyssey did.
Well, like I'm not surprised because number one, it's Spider-Man, and then number two, after seeing the movie, I know that this is going to make 2 billion because it's just a normal like crowd pleaser. I don't think that a lot of people are even going to, look at the moral,
not for a second
that we're going to get into for sure.
Holy crap.
A lot of people are going to overlook that. A lot of people are just going to concentrate on so I'm not going to, that was in the trailer. So the Hulk stuff. And then after that,
the action,
all of that, everything is really, really well done in terms of keeping you entertained as a blockbuster movie. So this is definitely just gonna spread farther than the Odyssey, simply because I think the Odyssey just lacks that the umph,
the casual appeal.
Exactly, yeah. That's the best way to put it. So this one, 100%, it's just going to make a shit ton of money. A lot of people aren't going to see the flaws. And I think it's going to be like a No Way Home, where for now, if you critique it in a negative light, it's going to be, you're going to get trashed on. But then in 1 year, when people are doing their 1 year later retrospectives, and everyone is saying, the movie is kind of mid, the movie is kind of fucked up.
Oh my God. Uninspired. That's literally cool. The opening lines of my script is basically that. How like the superhero movies seem to be immune to criticism for the first few weeks or sometimes months. You can't even touch them. And just like Endgame, that's the exact example. Like that's so fucking crazy that you paired those two together because it's
like
true.
Deadpool Wolverine, the same thing happens with that as well. Deadpool Wolverine, everyone loved it. You couldn't criticize it. And then all of a sudden, like 6 months later, everyone said, I was kind of mid, and also it was ridiculously expensive and probably didn't do as well as everybody thought that it did. And to a degree, I think Guardians 3 had that, not to the same extent, but it is sort of similar dynamic. So I'm just gonna say straight away, so I don't get accused of just following the crowd, this movie is dog shit. If you like it, you're wrong, and you need to wake up and watch better films.
Yeah, it's a clusterfuck. It's one of the best examples of a movie it's going to be frustrating to criticize because so many people are going to be willing to turn their brains off for this. It's Spider-Man. He swung his webs. He fought Hulk. There was the Punisher. He looked like a fucking Q-tip. Like there's so many stupid things about this movie, and I found it frustrating on so many levels. But as I'm watching it, I'm like, nah, people are going to eat this up and completely ignore all.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's a live action version of a comic book I read when I was younger called Ultimate Marvel Team Up, and it was Spider-Man teaming up with random superheroes, and that's what he does throughout the entire movie. It really reminded me of that comic. It was just like little
how many people does Jean Grey kill?
Uncounted.
Yeah, like, don't you love that? That is that's the first thing I said was this reminds me of the terrorist Freckle Jesus in Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's That's who this reminds me of. It's Jean Grey.
It's so much worse because Jean Grey's mission could have taken like she could do this in half an hour with her powers. None of this was necessary. Where Falcon, Freckle Jesus, at least she probably had a thought process behind, even if her plan was shit. She had a goal in mind that was at least like less attainable than Jean. Yeah. Jean had everything she needed. She didn't need any help. She's just a fucking moron. She's one of the biggest morons in the history of the whole entire franchise.
In a weird way, Freckle Jesus is an idealist. She's been radicalized on some college campus somewhere, and she's gone away thinking, actually, genocide is good. But at least she fucking, it's the Boogie quote, at least she's doing something she fucking believes
yes,
in.
Yes, exactly. That's the difference. Yes. That's so funny. That's what I was going for. But there's a thought process there. At least you can kind of understand how she got to this place, you know?
And then Jean Grey's just here, I'm just having fun murdering people, actually. It's like, yeah, but wait, aren't we supposed to like you? And then Twitter says, oh, you just can't deal with morally grey characters. Dude, there's nothing morally grey about Jean Grey. She is not Jean morally grey. She's arguably one of the evilest characters ever seen in the MCU.
100%. Torturing people. It doesn't make any sense. She's more unreasonable than Thanos. Thanos wasn't fucking with people like that. Like it's just... I don't understand how people have such a blind spot when it comes to this one. This is the one where we should basically, okay, we all have to have a chat about like morally great characters, because this isn't it. They've done this same concept better in the past, so many times.
Yeah, like she mind rigs people, and it's never brought up that hey, maybe possessing people against their will and violating their autonomy is a bad thing.
It is brought up though. That's the frustrating part by Spider-Man. Sorry, go ahead.
No, his sister goes like, see, we can just possess people, and she just smiles and they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like they have no problem with that. And then she walks a guy out into traffic for no reason, just
to fuck with Spider-Man.
Just to so many things she did that are just
and he's an old man, insane. So that motherfucker is definitely dead.
He's dead or paralyzed for life. There's nothing in between. And people are gonna ignore all the damage she did.
His children. If what happens? Oh, and I think you're not going to get insurance because he walked out in front of traffic. And there's no way to prove it otherwise.
And it's like so many lives. It kind of fucks Spider-Man as well as a character, just because it just taking her side. It's like, what are we doing, man? Like,
yeah, well, you gotta run. He's very complacent with people who are like murderers. He's totally fine. Like he has no qualms with the Punisher at all. He teams up with this guy. Like we never hear him be like, man, I don't really agree with you murdering people at all. Yeah. And then he really doesn't say that about Jean Grey either. So
remember how in No Way Home
this dude is totally okay with like mass surveillance. Do you remember in The Dark Knight when like the moral conundrum was mass surveillance? Yep. Well, in this movie, Spider-Man's like, fuck yeah, I love
that. And he saw something. Sorry, Vex, just real quick. No, he saw the old man die directly. Like he has more. Like he's more aware of her vicious murders than almost anybody else. Yet he still completely gives her a pass. I think she's worse than Reva. I've been trying to like piece this together in my head, but like one of the worst I've ever seen is Reva. But Reva makes more sense than this fucking character. Yeah, she's worse than Reva. It makes no fucking sense.
The worst thing I found about this movie, aside from just like, oh, okay, Peter's just stuck being a perpetual boy simping over a mid, was all the events of No Way Home don't even fucking matter anymore.
Nope.
So it's just like, oh, I don't care about protecting Ned and Zendaya anymore because I miss them so much. Oh, I'm not supposed to kill these people. We can save them and put them back. Oh, it's okay, Jean. Just go on killing people. Go blow up that building full of like 25 guards. Because cool, it's fine. I'll save you with this memory of Aunt May that once again retcons the line, with great power comes great responsibility.
And why would she give a shit about any of that? Like, it doesn't change her situation whatsoever.
Well, that's a good point, because she goes into Peter's mind, and after seeing a conversation Aunt May had with Peter, that changes her. But she goes into the Hulk's mind, sees his past, doesn't give a fuck.
Nothing.
Goes into the Punisher's mind, sees his past, doesn't give a fuck. Makes a joke. She makes a joke going, whoa, this guy's got issues. It's like, why would going to Spider-Man's mind change anything? When you've
the least traumatized of the three, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hulk, literally 5 minutes into Hulk, she should have fell down to her knees and completely changed her way of life. And then same with the Punisher. There's so many things, like, there's so many ways they could have played on those a little bit more accurately, where she actually got some perspective from their backstories, but they just turned them into a joke, because that's what those two characters were.
It might have been a more interesting movie, actually. So you begin with they're trying to track down this rumored powerful telepath character, And Bruce and Spider-Man manage to track her down. She gets into Bruce's mind, and it really fucks her up, and that's what sends her on her kind of temporary villain arc. And he feels guilty, and they have to go and save her from that. I think that's a perfectly serviceable premise for a movie. Not the one we got, because the one we got assassinates every single character, beginning with Spider-Man, because it's sort of just been mentioned already. But it doesn't just make No Way Home redundant. It actually flatly contradicts the entire point of that film, the thematic conclusion, the character lessons. He goes from saying, you know what, these people matter so much to me, I can't carry on putting them in danger in the end of that film. So it's ultimate self-sacrifice. He has to be separate from them to protect them. To this movie where it's like, no, actually, I'm lonely, so I'm going to put them in danger again. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, pretty much.
So that's kind of bad. Kind of assassinates Hulk a little bit, more so like assassinates everyone around him, because they obviously ended the movie just trying to help, and then he exits it screaming in the back of an ambulance while nobody gives a fuck about him.
Yeah, pretty much.
I know it's Mark Ruffalo and we'd like to see that in real life, but it's the character that I kind of like, and I don't like seeing that done to him. It assassinates Punisher. He's just reduced to generic clown creature sidekick comic relief buddy who shoots a grenade launcher at Spider-Man's face for no reason, knowing that either it will kill him, or if it doesn't kill him, there's a good chance it might kill other people, but it's played for a laugh, so he's fucked too. Obviously, he kills everyone. And Yelena just turns up, and now she's kind of like a spiritual rapist, and she doesn't want to help people, because why the fuck would she?
Yeah, but they ignored her backstory too. That's a big one for me, because Yelena's a shit character, but she has an extensive backstory.
It's
She's
not
the last
big
person
potato.
in the world.
That's why.
Yeah,
He's little potato.
How? She's the one person. She'd be more invested in this than Spider-Man based on her history, but they ignore that too, just for
Thunderbolts, big potatoes.
That's the worst, man. When you're fucking with characters
big?
I don't even care about, that's when you know you're really,
She goes like, big. We only deal with big potatoes. What the fuck's bigger than the Hulk running around smashing shit? Like, that's a pretty big fucking potato.
What's bigger than
like,
a singular woman mind raping an entire city?
Yep.
What the Hulk?
When you're Yelena and your entire traumatic background is that you have been mind controlled for most of your early life, and here's somebody going around doing it to other people, and she's like, nah.
No, who cares? She would be more invested in this than anybody, and it's like, how do you fuck that up? It's the one piece of character like lore that we have for this chick. You're not even going to utilize it here
because she was an afterthought. That's why her scenes were just exposition dumps that actually added nothing to the entire movie. She was an afterthought, just like how they retconned Hulk again, also an afterthought. Same with I'm pretty sure like Jean Grey and like the writing, just how inconsistent it is. Jean Grey and Punisher were probably supposed to be two totally different characters because they just don't work. They don't work at all in this film.
Well, the Punisher was supposed to represent what Peter will become when he's completely isolated from his friends, because he's just on a one-man crusade. His family are dead. He's got no one else. Like, he's supposed to be a warning, and the arachnid DNA problem was supposed to be Peter becoming less human. He was eventually going to grow into the man spider until, like, the last part of the film, he just goes, nah, I'm over it. He's just
this
over
chip
the
will solve it all.
Fucking second win. And that chip.
Oh,
like,
dude.
Thank you, Platoon. The chip is like one of the most understated parts of this movie. It fucks everything, and they don't even realize. The chip is like the blip in terms of how like fucking destructive it could be to the plot if they don't actually address it properly.
So for anyone in chat who's blissfully not yet seen this movie, and judging by the fact everyone in the world has already seen the movie, there's not going to be many of you, but for any of you who haven't, is it a good, sane, sensible thing that's going to cause no problems in the future? The fact that as a throwaway in Spider-Man, just before Avengers Doomsday, off the top of their head, Bruce Banner and Peter Parker come up with a chip which you can just stick on someone's neck and it gets rid of all of their powers. Or whatever powers of theirs you want to get rid of.
Insane.
Didn't they invent that in No Way Home anyway? With that,
they did that in Spider-Man 2 with Dr. Octavius. They copied it straight from Spider-Man 2,
which went wrong, didn't it, in Spider-Man 2? Whereas this one works perfectly.
I just want to add to that in Black Panther. Even in that shit movie, they were smart enough to have Killmonger burn all the plants, so that as a resource isn't gonna fuck the entire MCU. It's basically just him and T'Challa that have the abilities now. That is like, that's what you have to do if you have something this powerful. It has to be self-contained to that movie. They forgot that in this film. So it should disrupt the rest of the MCU now going forward.
Yeah.
This, if they can develop it, because now that because technically MJ is the one that solved it for Peter. But now that they have this universal chip that can suppress any like non-human DNA, doesn't this mean that they can just put this on Dr. Doom in Doomsday and then the movie's solved?
GG.
They have to get through the hood though.
Yeah, you have to take off the mask, man.
Yeah, dude.
It's such a bunch of bullshit, man. Like me, for example, the in this movie, the huge issue that I have is like Peter Parker. It's like, brother, why are we still having him as like the boy wonder with all this fucking technology and shit? It's dude,
oh god,
Toby in Spider-Man 2, that motherfucker didn't have shit in his room, man.
No, he had a blank slate to start off with this.
Exactly.
Movie, you know what I mean? Like, in
how
terms
does he
of tech
afford all this?
We have no idea how he can afford any of these things. And if the first thing that jumped in my mind is like maybe it's like an inheritance from like from Aunt May. That's one of the things that
life
you can
insurance
think about.
Policy, yeah.
But there's Doctor Strange spell. Like, how the fuck can he do that when nobody knows who Peter Parker is? Like, he just all of it's completely fucked.
It's like, that the world would forget who he is. So Peter Parker still technically exists. It's just nobody knows who he is. So in theory, he could like get a life insurance policy if his name is on it.
Okay, I will accept that that's not the biggest issue with it, but the bigger part is that they just
he's
set
just
his situation.
shit?
He suddenly has money.
So here's the headcanon that I've built just from what the movie has shown us. Okay, so we can assume that maybe Peter has gone back to dumpster diving, like in Civil War, right? But the other thing, so remember, after again, spoilers, chat. So remember, he gets shot at the end of the movie, and then really ugly race swapped, gender swapped cop calls him. And he's just like, there's a robbery happening. We can take care of it. It's like, no. I can help. She's like, no, just take it. No, I will be there. So perhaps in Peter being all over the place and helping out with all these crimes, even in a poor health state, he's actually kind of like skimming off the top of certain types of crimes.
So
that's why he will. Right, that's why he wanted to be in the robbery so badly.
We should have had a montage of that, though. You know what I mean? I can take any answer, Max. That's my issue. It said they chose to give me nothing. He suddenly has a supercomputer and some super AI that can just do everything for him.
Yeah, like it's the worst thing is that like it creates the inhibitor chip. He does that in his bedroom. Like, brother, come on. You're telling me this is the equivalent of Iron Man creating a new fucking material in Iron Man 2, man.
Wait, but he does build something in a cave in Iron Man 1, to be fair.
Oh yeah, but no.
And with Peter here, they don't even really go through the steps and like the ups and downs. Even fucking Ironheart took the time to do a montage of her trying to create tech. They just literally cut to him falling asleep, and it's like 4th prototype attempt. So we assume that he put in the work, but they don't even show it. Like he's worse than Ironheart. I'm gonna say it.
You're saying technology in his film's fucked because everyone is like a fucking 12th level tech expert. Like Zendaya, what does she say? She goes, before I did like biology, before I became an engineer, I was a biologist or something, so she can do it. Ned's a tech expert. Peter's got an AI. Like everyone is like
they're all really quite similar, yeah. Because the movies forgot that Ned is now technically a wizard. So he doesn't have his own abilities. But then it also makes MJ so similar in her skill set. Like, it's not like you could play the same scene off quite naturally if she's doing a completely different subject and says like, oh, it kind of reminds me about this totally unrelated thing, like women do. And then he says, oh, that actually kind of works as a metaphor. And then that's what gives him the idea to fix it. That sort of works. But it is when you have her be just like, oh yeah, I do exactly the same subject as you do. Actually, I know everything that you know and slightly more even. Then it's just a little bit flat. But again, that's a minor problem with delivery of an idea, which is so catastrophically dumb, because it's not only that he can just make these things, he knows how to do it, Bruce mostly knows how to do it, MJ totally knows how to do it, but now the government has the chip as well. So what happens with that when damage control eventually, like when the X-Men debut in the universe, you have to skip straight to X-Men 3 at that point when they've already weaponized the little power removing thing and they can just go around shooting mutants with these trackers. But the nice thing about this film is I will be totally on the government side because we've seen what mutants do now and they're fucking terrifying.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and
they
should absolutely be locked up in prison forever.
There's no room for sympathy if your introduction to the mutants is Jean. She's a fucking psycho.
But how funny is it that damage control kind of go like, hey, yeah, there's the hand over there. Yeah, they're just a bunch of kids. They just needed a leader.
They needed guidance.
They just needed guidance. This secret organization of ninjas. Go ahead. They just need a father figure.
I actually really wish they just left Jean Grey off as a villain because like for 2/3 of the film, like all of her actions just get consistently more like heinous and she's just doing worse and worse things for honestly no reason at all. I want to find my sister, but your sister is not dead yet, so you don't really need to be on this like quest of killing people. But just leave her as a villain for the next expansion to the universe.
She kills people which like have nothing to do with this quest to find her sister, and she clearly enjoys doing it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like her reason, as presented by the movie, her reason for doing this stuff is that she enjoys killing people.
Yeah.
So her plan in the first instance is she needs to get into a particular damage control building. Easy with her powers. It's almost impossible for her to not do this properly. She just stands outside, waits till she sees someone walking in and mind rapes them. But instead, she mind rapes an old woman, puts her in an APC, drives an APC down a street, shooting blindly behind her, crashes it through a wall, potentially killing loads of people. Mind rapes her way upstairs to get Scorpion, so Scorpion can go to
puts a
another
bomb
place.
in the APC.
Yeah, and there's also a bomb in the APC, and then later on, she's like the most probably one of the. There's kind of two of the most egregious ones. There's the poor white blue collar working class guy who she just walks in front of a car and smiles and then gets him killed. And then there's later when again for no reason she mind rapes Zendaya and then literally rapes Spider-Man for no reason, and then chucks her off a roof as well. She's horrible.
The emotional manipulation of Spider-Man is just completely unnecessary. It's like that's the thing that just makes her definitively evil, because you could have constructed a plot and a backstory where the things that she did were actually necessary in terms of the tank and the whatnot. There could have been a thought process behind it, but none of it makes any sense. In addition to her being a sadistic freak who just wants to see him tortured in front of his.
She was doing it for the love of the game at that point. With Zendaya, man.
What they could have done is because we see, so her radius to jump from mine to mine is max 33 feet, right? And there's two instances in the film where we actually see her jump through people across the city. What was the point of killing all these people and releasing Scorpion if you can literally just mind jump into damage control? It's in the smack dab center of New York. It's not out in the boonies.
That's what's going to make this conversation painful. It's unbelievably stupid because her plans and her option, the option she had and the power that she has, she could have did this in 2 seconds. It's just going to be always going to be the elephant in the room anytime you talk about Gray.
If she can also see parts of Peter's memories and kind of can feel the loss that he has, why doesn't she just get on his side? He totally would have helped her if she just asked him to. That's
why
Peter.
is she so willing to kill Spider-Man when she should be aware of all the good things he's done.
Right. It's been 4 years of him fighting crime. He's a hero now.
She was totally trying to kill him multiple times throughout this movie. She was going to stab him in the neck with Scorpion. He had to stop her. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
That's why I really think it was supposed to be a different character. Jean Grey was just a last-minute swap out because of Doomsday.
How stupid is the thing where Peter Parker finds out that Bill was lying to him because he goes what when she collapses, she says Sarah, the sister's name.
Yeah.
And Bill, instead of Bill just going, I don't know, if he just said I don't know, he would have gotten away with it. But he goes oh no, actually, it must have been a part of my memory or someone. He tells such an obvious lie that when Peter goes, hang on a second, that was he's obviously lying to me.
And he knows it's an obvious lie because he's the only person in the world besides Jean who actually knows how those powers work, because the whole point is he's been studying them because he kidnapped her sister and has been experimenting on it. So he uniquely is in a position to know that he shouldn't be selling such a dumb fuck lie, and yet he does it so the plot can move along.
Yeah. And Spider-Man saw Scorpion say, I don't remember. And I think he saw it at least one other time as well. So it just doesn't add up. They make everyone stupid to push this plot point.
Why can she possess a Hulk but not Spider-Man? Because you'd think if she went into the Hulk's mind, into Bruce Banner's mind, the Hulk would push her out. But no, it's she can't get to Spider-Man for some reason.
Well, this
movie ends.
This poses a huge issue for the Hulk because so Avengers Infinity War, he gets bitch slapped by Thanos, and then Hulk won't come out anymore. But then by the events of Endgame, then he's made friends with the inner Hulk, and now they're Professor Hulk. And then he's totally fine and has control over the Hulk in She-Hulk, right? Because he has the kid and everything.
No, he has the inhibitor. He had the inhibitor in She-Hulk, the stupid little one.
Why did he need the inhibitor if he had already made peace with the Hulk in Endgame?
Yeah, because
the inhibitor was to be able to transform back into his normal form. That's what it was for.
But he still controls Hulk, he's still Professor Hulk.
Right, he still has access to that Hulk.
Yeah, in She-Hulk, when his inhibitor falls off, he's just Professor Hulk.
Yeah.
When it's on, he's human Bruce Banner. But he's still in control.
This is literally just the pattern of all the character development with Hulk happens off screen. You literally just traced it all, Vex. Everything we want to see in terms of progress with this guy, off screen. We go to the next movie and we get a little line to find out what happened and why we're here.
How stupid is it? Sorry, go on, Vex.
No, I just want to add on the Hulk thing. It was also super confusing, during that fight, which was on track to be one of the highlights of the film. But suddenly, when Hulk has Peter's face, Peter's like, I'm your friend. my guy, he doesn't know who you are.
Yeah.
And as far as the MCU continuity goes, the only one that was able to get through to Hulk was Natasha, because the sun's getting real low, big fella. You know, is there some gay shit that we missed? Is there some gay subplot?
Literally, he's Infinity War. He says there's a Spider-Man and an Ant-Man. He has no idea who the fuck this guy is. They're just cheating to try to
he's almost never met him. Well, I think the only time they met was like at the funeral, and like he wasn't even, was he Hulk? Yeah, he was Professor Hulk at that point. That was it.
Yeah,
like,
they've had no interactions.
They've never had any interactions.
You're right. That's it. That's the closest.
And he gives them in. They talk in this film once, like they have a quick meeting, and he gives him a fake name. It's like what's his name? He gives me. He calls himself like Ned or something, doesn't he?
He keeps giving no. He gives Ned Leeds. Then after that, he gives Maynard or some shit like that to the other people.
Uninspired. Someone in the chat just pointed out at the funeral. That's not even Hulk. That's Banner. So it makes even less sense.
It's Banner,
because Hulk has no idea who the fuck this guy is. He should have just killed him.
But you know what? I do have to commend them. You know, they did Hulk. I guess. You know, like a monstrous version of Hulk again. They gave it to us, thank God, because I'm kind of pissed off with Professor Hulk. I was actually glad that they started out as Professor Hulk, and then when he gets knocked out, the second time because of Punisher, that's when he just transforms into Savage Hulk. And I was like, thank God. And even when when Spider-Man was about to give him the final blow with the shock glove, I was like, oh man, no way that this is how it ends. Then when Hulk grabbed him, I was like, fuck, all right, cool. This is actually like they're giving him shit to do. It's nice. But then he just stops. It's like, what the fuck is going on, dude? No one is recognizing Peter Parker. Hulk is not recognizing Peter Parker. There's no way Hulk looks at himself in that small reflection and it's like, oh, I'm a monster. Let me stop attacking this kid. Like, fuck do you mean, dude? No way in hell that would happen.
He's just a plot device now. He's not really a character whatsoever. So none of these things need to make sense or actually be constructed well. That's what's frustrating about him. He's just there for action scenes.
Peter Parker has fluctuating power levels. Like on one hand, he can be slammed against the floor like Loki did and not be injured. But then he gets he can't beat a bunch of ninjas later on, and he also gets taken down by a sniper rifle.
He should have. The sniper rifle is one thing. Like I can see him getting taken down with that. The ninja fight was frustrating to me. There's so many different ways he should just smash all of you right now, based on what we've seen. And if you could take a punch from the Hulk, I don't want to see any of these guys even phase you.
They give a pass to the Punisher for Peter's powers too, because remember, he fucking punches Punisher through a van.
Yes. Punisher died in the opening scene. We forgot to mention that, by the way, but he just got back up. Like, I'm not sure what they were thinking with that. Like, everyone's overpowered in this movie.
He's coughing blood and then he webs his mouth shut so he can't even spit it out.
Right. On the note of the Punisher too, because everyone watched One Last Kill 2 months ago, right? That standalone movie he got. Because the movie ends with several government agencies chasing him. And now in this movie, suddenly he's driving in a van across the city. No problem. He's walking to hospitals. No problem. He's living in a boat in the middle of the fucking city. And nobody has found him.
Armed to the teeth as well, man.
Oh, my God. They made him a dumb uncle. He's just that weird uncle that you have over who's kind of conspiratorial. They made him that.
He cries.
He cries.
At the end of the movie.
Oh, my God. The only time we've seen Bernenthal's Punisher cry is when it's related to his family. And because all of the work for this is done off screen to show that these two know each other, that's enough to be like, oh, Punisher can now cry like a little bitch. It's not even manly tears. It's bitch tears.
He admits that he was wrong. He admits that he was wrong to try and shoot the evil murderous cunt that is Jean Grey. It's like, no,
he was wrong in being the Punisher.
It's so fucked up in so many levels. Like, he was 100% correct. It's in line with his character to wipe out the threat, and he wouldn't fucking cry about it. He would explain his perspective. Like, he would stand strong, even though and he'd be happy that he survived, of course. But Frank he wouldn't be crying. That's my biggest point. It just sucks. Sucks the life out of his character, draining aura by every minute.
He just sits at Spider-Man's bed, the Punisher, who's wanted by the government. He's just sitting there in a waiting room, and none of the doctors call the police or anything.
And he still has his skull shirt on too. It's not like he's invincible.
He's crying, and all the doctors are freaked out.
And how did he stop them from seeing his face? He's just like, oh, I'll handle that. Like, it didn't make any sense. The first thing it would have did is take his mask off, and it's just it's not even something that they dealt with.
Yeah, he's lying in bed without his mask on, so they must know who he is because he brings him as Spider-Man into the building.
Mm-hmm.
So the doctors must know who he is.
Yeah, but this Spider-Man is the most casual when it comes to people just finding out who he is anyway.
Yeah, he doesn't
kind of in line with his character of just like, oh yeah, now these doctors know too.
Wait, if people find out who he is, does that undo Doctor Strange's spell and then like an incursion happens? Because isn't that the whole point?
You think they remember about incursions, Reaper? You really think they remember what those are?
Well, they do. They have to remember what those are because those are like the plot device in Doomsday, according to all the leaks. So they're gonna have to.
Yeah, but they could just make up a new rule for it, like they do every single time. Like, who cares? Well, they don't expect us to remember any of these things. Like, we remember these things because we care about the details. But for the wide audience, they just want to see all the cameos in Doctor Doom. They can make whatever rules they want.
Like anchor beings. What that just went out the window because that just how does that even work? Oh, this movie sucks.
Yeah,
we didn't even really go around the horn to get everyone's opinion on it. We just started ripping into
it. Didn't we? I think we kind of got it now. Yeah,
I think we got this.
Yeah. Was there anyone here who liked it? I'm just curious if there's how the panel is like.
Well, when I came out the theater,
half an hour sitting on it. It's like, so is anyone here like?
Yeah, no, you can like it and still fucking rip it.
You can. I'd just be surprised that we admitted to it at this point.
That's kind of why I'm curious.
Who liked the film?
I thought it was. I don't know. I really wanted to like it because I love Spider-Man. He's my favorite superhero, right up there with Batman. Aww. But it was too episodic for me. Like it was just one thing after another, and it felt kind of disjointed.
Disjointed.
Like I mean, that's beside all the things that we were talking about, which are huge problems. So yeah, just a huge disappointment overall, really.
Yeah, because when I first left the theater, I just felt nothing, and I went, "There's something I clearly don't like about this movie," and I just had to sit there and think for a minute. I went, "Hang on a second, that was terrible, and that was terrible, and that was," and I've slowly went from it was mid to how much I actually really don't like this film.
But a lot of people don't take the time to get that perspective. They just they like it. I liked it a lot, and then they move on from there. There's no actual thoughts about the movie. We go and we'll actually take a time to like. You ask them what they liked about it, and they'll be like, "He web swang. He did fought the Hulk." It's just nothing. It's these tiny little flavors that they remember, but when you actually go through
2 months later, they always go like, "Yeah, that wasn't that good, that film, but you gave it 10 out of 10," and they're like, "Yeah, but you know."
Shouldn't take 2 months though. Like my big thing with this movie was, this is frustrating and stupid and broken, and it's fucking up so many elements, and it's kind of pointless after makes No Way Home kind of pointless. But I will never get tired of watching Spider-Man web sling around. There's so much room for creativity in terms of the way you portray that. He's a cool character, and he's always going to be liked. But this movie's shit, and I wish it wasn't, because I do like Spider-Man.
The web swinging was that much better than any other recent Spider-Man movie in this one. No, it was just, the suit ripples a bit, I guess. But then you get a cut to the inside of his mask, which has got like 6 inches of room before the eye, so it still makes no sense. I guess there's some more camera angle, but then there was also, because he wasn't fully digitally rendered himself, you had quite a few scenes where it was just that awkward juxtaposition between they tried to keep him really swinging, but then digitally doing the background behind him, which can actually look worse than if you just do it like a full CG shot. That's the sort of thing that, to me, I just think that appeals to the kind of people who like Sonic. It's like, it's that kind of person. Like, that's what it is. It's web swinging. Okay, great. But what else has the movie got? Nothing for these people.
That's just exactly it. Web slinging, a little bit of action here and there. And for the record, I'm not saying it's the best. I definitely think Spider-Man 2 is the top web slinging that I've seen. I don't remember the TASM movies as well to be able to comment, but the room for creativity when it comes to his web slinging is always going to be fun. The different things he can do. But there's nothing else this movie has to offer. There's just nothing.
I agree with you. I think that when it comes to like Spider-Man in the suit, not Peter Parker, Spider-Man in the suit, I think this movie has a lot of redeemable qualities just because of that. But then, even then, like, you just start thinking about all the stuff and the inconsistencies, the way that it just doesn't make sense in the long run. So it's kind of just there for visual flair. But after a point, you kind of just can't connect because they're trying to do what they want to do with MJ, but you don't really care about MJ anymore. They're trying to bring Ned back. You don't really care because you want to see him alone, which is why I think the strongest half of the movie would be like the first half, where they're kind of pushed to the side before all the Sadie Sink stuff, just permeates itself into the plot too much.
I think I agree.
to the point where it's like, this
Jean
is
Grey
just not
pops up.
working.
Even then, though, like that stuff's the least. It's just as inexplicable, but it's just it's not quite so world-destroyingly inexplicable. Because like the first half's when you start getting stuff like, oh, because theme demands it, I guess. Now you actually have organic webbing. So, why though? So, well, theme. Yeah, but why? Theme is what dictates the plot of the film. And you know exactly what it's going to be. It's like, are you going to be the real Spider, or are you going to be Peter Parker? And obviously at the end he's going to say, I'm going to be both, because that you can see that coming a fucking mile away.
It's so predictable.
It's
Pointless.
But then
we know
so
this
so not only is there no reason to really kick that, well, the reason given in the movie is really funny. The reason given in the movie by his AI is, maybe it was related to some recent trauma. And I'm thinking, okay, so what recent trauma are we talking about here? Is it the death of Aunt May? Is it the death of Tony Stark? Is it getting blipped? Or is it that MJ didn't remember you that time?
My girlfriend didn't
that.
like me.
Yeah.
Because we had some flashbacks from and we saw like scenes of Ned and Zendaya and Aunt May. I was surprised Tony wasn't in there, because that was a huge thing for Far From Home, is that Peter was struggling to move on without Tony, his mentor. The kind of father figure.
Everywhere I go, I see his face. It became a fucking meme. Jesus.
Why wasn't Tony in the flashbacks?
Why didn't he get some black eyes from that? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
And
why
also,
this just pop up
it's
now?
been 5 years between No Way Home and this movie. So at no point in the 5 years did this happen, which kind of localizes which trauma it has to be in response to. So it has to be, it's not Tony Stark, it's not the blip, it's not Aunt May, it is actually just fucking Zendaya.
No, it's
worse. I wrote this out like, go ahead, sorry.
It's Zendaya. It's getting cooked by an Indian. So an Indian kisses him. He's
Ezra.
like, oh no.
It was Ezra from
Ahsoka
Ahsoka. I didn't even notice that at the time. But I even wrote in Discord chat when I saw it live, I was just like, fucking Zendaya Cope changed his biology. Like, how the fuck are you going to make him this much of a simp? It's so bad. Like, this could have happened in so many other ways.
How bad is some of the dialogue where you have a scene where Peter's senses are kicking in and he's like, he doesn't know what's going on. He's disoriented. Then the AI goes, your senses are being disoriented. He goes, I can fucking
not even
see
disoriented. His senses overloaded, she says, through his ears that don't work. What's the point?
Going,
That should be one of the new great easy examples if you want to explain bad exposition to somebody. Like, you could be a 3-year-old and understand, I get it, bitch. His senses are overloaded. I can clearly see that. Like, you have everything in the scene to provide all the information I need for that. You don't need to add that. It just felt very weak. It was for the retarded kids. But have a little bit more faith in your audience than that.
You'd almost want to just like have the AI saying something, but it be just really muffled, and he can't hear what it is, we can't hear what it is, and that means that like you can get away with not even telling the audience what that dialogue was supposed to be, because the noise is there to tell you his senses are overloaded, in combination with the fact you can clearly fucking see that's what's happening.
That would have been much better. Easy fix.
You know what's annoying? You get Yelena in the most opaque water possible. It's like none of it's clear. She's been in there for like weeks.
That's why it's all the dead skin. It's just fucking.
she's shitting and pissing in it. She never leaves that sauna.
I mean, well, he can survive being smashed by the Hulk. As we said before,
that's the
there's
problem.
just inconsistencies.
So can Captain Black Falcon America Man. Like, everyone just Hulk is just a pussy.
Vibranium, though.
I don't give a shit what he's wearing.
It's still broken, but it's better than
his arms didn't have vibranium, man. His arms did not have tank
joints. Think about his joints
that got swung on him, man. Never.
Yeah, he's just wearing a pair of goggles, and yet somehow the whiplash of his body being thrown about 400 miles an hour doesn't do anything. He just kind of goes, my back.
Yeah, but I mean, so like this movie, I don't know if you guys have like been seeing just some stuff about the screen, the formats to go watch this at the cinema, but like this one had Screen X a lot being promoted. They're like, oh yeah, it's been shot for Screen X and all that stuff, and so Screen X is basically when so like you have screens on the side. So it's like 3 screens. Yeah. So you have like the normal screen in front of you, then you have 2 on the sides, taking the entire length of like the hall, basically.
But why?
Just as a gimmick, I saw Wakanda Forever in that format. It did not improve the movie.
No.
Yeah,
Funny, man.
apparently a lot of people are disappointed with it because like it's been in the promos. Me, almost every single promo I've seen over here, at least, is like, yeah, made for Screen X, made for Screen X. But then a lot of people are really disappointed because they're like, yeah, the screens on the side aren't even the correct color. It's not the same frame rate. Yeah, dude, people
Oh,
are,
that's
people are like,
awful.
fuck.
Yeah, it's just
So-
like expanding the screen so it surrounds you.
Mhm.
So you see more of the movie in a way, but it's really not. It's not much of anything. You just see more of background or whatever.
What's the seat where you sit there and it shakes you and you're just trying to watch
that's
the film?
40X.
That sounds awful. Like your popcorn's going everywhere.
Yeah, I've done that too. That is horrible.
40X is decent, man. What are you guys
spray
doing?
40X is ass, dude.
In the scene or something.
Yeah, it like sprays water on you. It shakes and like
it depends
makes
on the
your soda
movie.
go flat. It's terrible.
I'd say it depends on the movie. Me, for example, I went to watch F1 in 4D. That was really, really good because it actually felt like you were like in the car. That was actually pretty lit.
I think.
But then if you go and watch something like Spider-Man in 4D, I don't really see the point. Like you're not gonna feel as if you're web swinging. It's completely, it's completely different. I'd understand watching 4D with Avatar, for example. Like the flying scenes must be really cool. But then, like, I don't know. I think 4D is good, but you need to select your movie. And the only two that I think can be justified as a 4D experience would be Formula One and Top Gun Maverick. That's it. Like, I don't see any other movies. Maybe the Avatar, a bit, the sequences, but that's it. And I've seen people in the Odyssey in 4D, dude. These motherfuckers are getting rocked out of their seats like there's no tomorrow, man. It's crazy. But they also announced that for Brand New Day, the IMAX is gonna start, I think, in like end of August or something like that. That's when they're gonna have IMAX finally available.
The Odyssey's booked all the way to like September almost, which
is
ridiculous.
But I mean, the fact that Brand New Day is making this amount of money without having to use all these premium formats is also interesting because, like, I mean, as we said before, the Odyssey, one of the big reasons as to why it's making a lot of money is because of the format being more expensive, So yeah, it's interesting to see the staying power of Spider-Man, and I'm not shocked.
No Way Home made 1.9 billion. So
this will surpass it.
Yep.
How much did No Way Home make in its opening weekend? Do you guys remember?
Like 600 million.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it would have made a lot more.
I know. Yeah. So it went on to make 1.9. I think domestic it opened at 260. So this opened to 100 million more.
I still can't believe how much money this movie's making. Like,
it is crazy, man. Spider-Man.
Dude. Yeah, Spider-Man, man. Colin, I'm not high, man. I'm just I'm high on medication right now. I've got a very bad ear infection. So if it sounds like my thoughts are going left and right, it's because the meds are fucking smacking me like they're legitimately. They're really fucking smacking me right now. So oh Jesus Christ.
So why are you on meds when you could just use an inhibitor that fixes all of your problems? Because that's another world building implication, right? If you can suppress whole aspects of DNA, can't you basically cure cancer and all diseases and kill everyone in the world instantly, as well as solving the kind of problems Uninspired has, which definitely don't come from him shagging old women?
Perfect. Nice.
He killed him.
Well, yeah, and if Peter could do that, how the hell did Shuri or Riri or all the other geniuses in this world, how did they not figure that out already? Like, it makes everything, it completely destroys the stakes. And I just hope they're aware of what they did, but they probably aren't because they never do.
But like it's a bad start for the X-Men because like the X-Men are some like pretty, it takes a lot of morally gray things to talk about. The X-Men is in black and white compared to a lot of other characters that you could have in the MCU. And so to have them start off like this where the writers don't even see what the issue is. Well, I hope the writers know that they created a fucking moral problem, but I don't think yeah, that's the issue. So if you start off like this for the X-Men and the MCU, then what is the future going to be like? And even then, they also said, yeah, we're doing a reboot, we're doing a full reboot, but then you announced Black Panther.
Well, maybe Jean Grey will be the reason why people hate mutants,
and I will be on their side. I will be
right, and then you'll be like, yeah, I
will
totally
be waving
agree.
"God hates mutants" placards at them. It's just they are just too dangerous to be left alive.
That might be the solution in terms of taking the public outrage from Jean Grey and making them public enemy number one. But you still need to commit to having her be a villain. You can't redeem her after this movie like they did. It just ruins everything.
I know that they don't realize what they've done because Peter Parker doesn't realize what she's done. He even has after she's killed 15,000 people, his appeal to her is, Jean, you're not a murderer.
It's crazy.
But she fucking is. Obviously, we've seen that she is, but the writers don't think
you've seen that she is. You literally watched an old man get hit by a car because of her for no fucking reason. You're an idiot. It destroys Peter Parker. He's done. He's cooked.
There's a clip on Nice Guys where Ryan Gosling says that. He goes, "Come on, you're not a murderer." And then what's his name? Russell Crowe says, "You just said she murdered 5 people 7 seconds ago." He goes, "Yeah, but deep down, she's not a murderer." But again, that's a fucking comedy. This is she does the same thing Scarlet Witch does, where she traps people in a bubble who aren't allowed to move and are being tortured. And she's fine with it. She forgives herself. So you just didn't have Monica Rambeau going, "They'll never know what you sacrificed." That's the one thing it's missing.
There's an entire plot point in Logan. Professor X is in that cell you find him in at the beginning because he killed so many people doing that. He feels terrible over it. How do you have a character that's that close to Professor X and you completely forget that perspective? You can't just have her torturing a whole town full of people like that. They fuck that up consistently. They just never seem to understand how terrible that is. And what the thing that drives me nuts from this movie is, like you said, Reaper, they don't address it. They have Spider-Man address it. They have Spider-Man apologize for the kiss. They have the thought they're aware of how horrible this thing is within this movie, but then they ignore it when it comes to Jean. It's fucking insanity. It's
Spider-Man.
It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing, but it reminds me of this double standard of how Ray uses the fucking force healing and she's fine, and Kylo uses it and he dies, that type of thing, where they just have a complete double standard when it comes to men and women.
I love his last line in the movie is "ow" as he falls down.
That's Kylo's legacy. That's his final fucking words. Ow. Holy fuck, man. Just Kylo. Yeah, Kylo's fucked, man. But he's still. We didn't even mention her acting. That chick sucked. It was it was shit acting in addition to having a psychopathic character. She was the weakest part of the movie in terms of performance.
She's just Max from Stranger Things. She's the same person.
See, I don't even know who that is because I didn't watch Stranger Things. I'm just watching a really shitty ginger kid trying to act generic lines, and I'm like, this isn't working, girl.
She can actually act. Some of the scenes in Stranger Things where she's told to do actual something approaching emotional complexity, she is quite good at, but she's not told to do any of those things in this film. So what has she got to work with?
Not much.
It's funny how Sony are never letting go of Spider-Man ever, because every time they tried to make their own Spider-Man spin-off universe, it's been a disaster.
Because they keep screwing it up. I don't understand. DC, they need to just teach them how to do it, because they did Joker and Penguin. They've got 2 banger villain pieces of media, and Spider-Man just doesn't seem to be able to do the same. I don't understand it. They're just wasting it with Venom and Morbius and shit.
Spider-Man needs the MCU and vice versa. Apparently, it's just not working without him in the spin-off movies, and he's too implanted in the MCU. And I don't think they think that we'll accept multiple Spider-Men like they're trying with Batman.
No, I don't. We won't accept multiple Batman. What are they thinking?
Yeah.
Well, they'll try it because at the end of this movie, isn't it the post-credit scene is there's another Spider-Man and it's Miles Morales. They're hinting that. Well, did your copy online run out?
It must have. Either my copy or my patience. I'm not sure which one.
I would have seen it, but the camera guy left the theater. But at the end of it, there's a little thing going. There's another Spider-Man. So he might not be there, but in the new universe that Doom creates, they're probably gonna bring in Miles Morales.
I don't think it's Miles, man. I think it's Toby.
Yeah, because that's the leak say he dies in the opening act of Doomsday, so it'll be him. Because we know this because Ned created a mobile phone app that apparently can track Spider-Man through the multiverse. So we know that there's one coming.
Yeah, that's kind of retarded now that you mention it. I'm like,
What are we doing, man? Are there any derivative characters that work? Are there any? Like, I'm open to it, but this concept seems to never like you guys. How many weeks about it? It was a few weeks ago when I shat on Robin completely because I think he's just a shit version of Batman. But if there's any other ones that are actually relevant, I'm open to like even She-Hulk could have worked. But the idea of trying to do bum ass versions of Spider-Man, I'm just never going to be on board with that.
So you're not on board with Miles Morales, I take it.
It's just let him be his own thing. He's not Peter Parker. He's not like
no, he is Miles Morales. That's for sure.
Let him be his own thing. She-Hulk could be her own thing, but they always feel like they have to, you know.
Dave right here. She-Hulk was
if he just remained like Ben Reilly or like any other alternate version of Spider-Man, that's fine. It's when they put them together and they go, "We're Spider-Men," and I'm like, no, you have to be by yourself.
You think there's going to be a scene with both Captain Americas like popping off and like throwing the shields back and forth between each other? And
fuck no, dude.
No,
dude.
Not gonna...
who's asking for that scene? Like, who's going to be like, "Fuck yeah"?
There's someone out there that is fiending for the double Captain America return, man.
I could just imagine,
dude. And Anthony Mackie, when he catches the shield, he'll do that smirk.
Yep, you know that stupid smirk.
You know the smirk.
Man. Yeah.
Dude, I don't know, man. Like, if Steve Rogers actually just throws the shield to Anthony Mackie's arms would be like gone.
Not based on what we saw in the last movie. He's probably better at it than Cap.
That bullshit movie, dude.
That movie,
nonsense.
There's so many movies you have to just memory hold. Like that movie exists. They tried to make Captain Mackie Captain America. They tried hard, and it failed so miserably. Like nobody talks about it or even remembers it.
I mean, do you guys think that they're going to try and bring in Miles Morales to replace Tom Holland? He's been doing this for a decade at this point.
Tom Holland has said, I think, in an interview that he knows when Miles Morales is going to debut in the MCU. And I think he also gave another interview where he was doing like quick fire answers to questions.
Mm-hmm.
And he was asked, would you say yes to another Spider-Man movie unconditionally? And he said pass, which might just be a way of getting a load more money. But it might also be that he's getting bored of playing a 15-year-old kid.
He said he would play Spider-Man as long as they would have him, but in this film, he said he didn't like the first script and he didn't want to do it. So I think he's more just haggling for he wants more input in the character.
He said he really liked this script, so I don't think we should give him that.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
I think he's going to be. His favorite game is The Last of Us 2, so we definitely
I heard that as well.
No,
yeah, I'm not sure.
He didn't, did he?
Yeah, he did.
Unless it's been a Wong update thing, but I think that's real.
I think he's going to be playing this for the next 30 years. Like he's going to be how Hugh Jackman is with Wolverine.
But he's going to be a teenager till he's 46.
Yep.
And then he's just going to keep going. But The Last of Us 2, so he enjoyed the scene where that man woman was getting pegged by that guy. He was going, "This is cinema. This is the best thing."
That's
ever.
probably why he approved the Jean Grey script in this one, because it was inspired by Abby. Like that type of shit writing.
God, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, think about it.
Think
about it.
Fuck, dude.
It's all coming together in a horrible mess.
Jesus.
Abby Smash, and she inspired the Hulk.
That's why
scene
Hulk's
too.
in it.
Hulk wasn't even going to be in it. It's all Abby. She's the key to everything.
It's only
fucking up
PG,
IP
so
she's not even a part of.
Yeah, we didn't see Hulk's cheeks get clapped.
Yes.
That's the one thing we're missing.
So are they actually gonna try and bring back proper Hulk in the next movie, or in the next Avengers movie, or anything? Or do you guys just think they're gonna be like, all right, cool? Also, where's his son?
What is proper Hulk, my dude? What do you even do? You need to get proper Hulk. We need a reboot, like a full, fresh reboot with a new actor. As of now, he's a plot device that they can just do whatever they want with. He's either has a son or he doesn't, or he's training She-Hulk, or he's in control, or he's not in control. Whatever they need for the script, he's not a character.
You know what's mad? People were saying the theaters are dying, and this film and the Odyssey just in this 2 months are making a fortune. Then you've got Doomsday, which is that artificial fucking Dune 3 and Doomsday. So all the movies that are gonna make them all the money are gonna be the worst things to have come out.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Dune. I found the second one just
all the lessons.
The first one, whatever.
Obsessions made them money, but that's gonna be the only one people have said it's good. Then it's gonna be 4 terrible blockbusters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and they'll just go, yeah, people. Oh, Toy Story. Oh God, I forgot
Mario
about that.
Galaxy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Mario
Galaxy. Bro, you can review movies
and Michael, which I still whatever, dude. That was a bad movie.
The movie was nothing.
Agreed.
It was empty. It was a bag of chips with no chips in it.
yeah.
It was just air. It was absolutely nothing.
I thought it was super disrespectful to whatever positive legacy Michael had left. I don't know, man.
Tell you what, though, I laughed when his hair caught fire, and he's going,
Yeah,
I couldn't stop
can't
laughing.
not make that scene comical.
I mean,
burned.
You know, with the Hulk stuff, like I understand why Universal isn't doing a solo Hulk movie, simply because each time they've tried to do it, it's flopped miserably. So, you know, like even if the movie was half decent, it's still flopped. So they just won't take that risk. Or even then, I don't know if they could get into a deal the same way they have Sony and like, you know, and Disney, the way that they've cut a deal. I don't know if they could cut a deal to do something like that for Hulk. But like I see that there's a ton of interest in a solo Hulk movie from people online, but if we actually get one, I don't think that they're gonna delve into anything dark the same way they did in like the 2003 version, for example.
You can't.
What was the deal for the 2008 Hulk? Was that not a joint production, or how did they get the character?
Well, that was Universal. That was Universal.
But it's part of the MCU. That's why I'm confused.
So I think that it was at the time when they were like finalizing a deal for his rights in terms of like giving it to Paramount or some shit like that. Because like at the beginning of in phase 1, there's a lot of stuff that was produced by Paramount.
Yes.
And Universal. And then after that, it just went under the Disney banner. I don't know. I don't remember when exactly.
It says 2008
Right
Hulk
Avengers.
was produced by Marvel Studios but distributed by Universal.
No, there you go.
Well, either way, Edward Norton was the better Hulk. They should have
He
stuck
really
with him.
was.
Yes, he was.
He had a backbone.
Yeah,
The character, he would have fought for the character to actually have an arc and be like treated as well as the big three were. And there's just so many little
playing
things,
off
man.
Robert
That's why they call him
Downey Jr.
difficult. Yes. Imagine Hulk actually being a character, not being abandoned after the first Avengers film. And I'll always go back to he wanted a darker version of the Hulk. You can go on YouTube right now, and there's an alternate opening to that movie where he tries to commit suicide. And they briefly mention it in Avengers, but they would have actually gone into it in that movie. Like we could have gotten a completely different Hulk.
I don't think Mark Ruffalo has gotten better than the first Avengers movie. That was it. At least in there, he had gravitas. He was like he had a presence. You know, he had a very he had an intense look to him, especially when they put him on the helicarrier.
The scene with him and ScarJo to introduce him was fantastic.
Yep.
She's terrified of him.
Yeah, the way they do that scene is like picture perfect. Right?
That's not even Ruffalo though. That's just Hulk. Like when Ruffalo is Banner, I didn't like. I'm going to disagree with you guys. I just don't think he had any presence as Banner in that movie.
Really?
But those scenes were him as Banner though. He wasn't Hulk.
No, but
no,
he was just a good written character. Like he was a well written person with a good script. Like I said, you could have replaced Mark Ruffalo and it wouldn't be the difference.
Right. It's like I didn't feel like he brought anything to the role.
Oh, that's
like
what you're saying.
Yeah, his presence was there, and like the moments where he turns into Hulk, like the scene where he's chasing Natasha, that's like I don't credit that to Ruffalo at all.
The scenes that are good are more due to the writing. It's not something that he brought to the table himself.
Right. Norton
I think
had
I might actually agree with that if that's the way you're putting it. Yeah. And he's aged like piss.
I still
What
think
the fuck happened to this guy?
He has
was a
aged
good
so
actor. Yeah, it's true. It's true. He has aged like a motherfucker. I don't understand how well,
Just-
I mean, he's probably stressing himself out with Trump, I guess.
Stress, too much Twitter, and like alcohol. I think like that'll fuck you up.
Did you guys go over this? I was away for a minute, but I thought this quote was hilarious. So the Sony boss said that Spider-Man is uniting people across culture and ages. People can piss on the theatrical all they want, but that's one thing that only movies and movie theaters can do. I thought that was pretty based opinion. I don't know.
Uniting people across cultures and what is this nigga?
No,
retarded,
I think what he's saying though is like it's pro movie theater, and I'm pro movie theater, so.
Just say, man, we made a good movie with Spider-Man. People are coming to the theater. We're happy. We're making money, dude.
Right.
That's it. What is
all cultures and ages? Calm down, bro.
What this
Calm down. Like I agree with most of the premise, but he's going a little too hard there.
Yeah, the problem is the product is dog shit. Like if you're trying to knock streaming services, like you've got to have like a good product. This is like, This is dog shit.
That's one tier below B&D is Saving Lives. I agree. Like the Eternals is like the omega cringe. This is just a little bit of cringe, just a smidge.
At least it helps the theaters, so that's one good thing.
Yeah.
Do you guys?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like the Odyssey and this are huge, and they're two shitty movies.
But do you think that this is gonna have like momentum to push people towards watching Doomsday more?
No.
No
momentum all the way to Doomsday. No,
but I don't think it will help. So I don't think it will hurt. But it's I don't know. I don't know how much crossover there is. I mean, a lot of this is interest in Spider-Man, in which Avengers characters also feature. Avengers isn't the big draw for the film. But it's not going to hurt. It won't hurt Doomsday that there is a really, really popular superhero movie that's just preceding it, obviously, because people will be like, oh yeah, I remember liking superhero movies. Maybe I'll give that one a shot, but I don't know how much it's going to really push it.
What was the last MCU movie? Because this one, it was Spider-Man. Like, what was the one before this?
Oh yeah, Fantastic Four.
Thunderbolts.
And that only...
Thunderbolts was before Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
And that only made like, what, 400 million?
Yeah.
Yeah, same with Fantastic Four as well. Only about like 500, I think.
So as you said, it's probably just the strength of Spider-Man. I don't think it'll affect it. They'll rely on the Doomsday marketing gimmick. That's going to be the biggest push without that film.
Also, like, Spider-Man's not in any of the marketing materials so far for Doomsday, even though we
probably
know
will be now.
Right. He'll eventually show up, but that doesn't help as well. And on top of that, it's like the benefit of even like the Tom Holland Spider-Mans is like they don't always try overly hard to connect to the rest of the Avengers universe. Like you can watch these in isolation and there might be one or two references or characters you won't understand, but you can pick up on what the character has experienced and what he's going through and all of that stuff pretty easily. It's so like there's no connection to Avengers here. There's no connection to any of those characters I don't think people even care about half the characters that showed up in that fucking Doomsday trailer, man.
No, they don't. And also the Avengers characters who do appear in this movie. So Yelena obviously is in this film, but I think most people won't have a clue that she's part of the Avengers. When she says, oh, the new Avengers only deal with this thing, what, you're an Avenger now? Who are you again?
Who the fuck are you?
Oh, she's Black Widow now officially, right? She took the mantle.
You know how weird that is for me? I didn't see Thunderbolts, so just to see her have this much foot in the game out of nowhere based on what she did in Black Widow is so weird for me. Such a forced character.
But it's so stupid because New Avengers only exists because Sam Wilson won't let them in the regular Avengers. He's copyright struck them, so they have to make New Avengers. That's so petty. The same.
Dude, well, I mean, come on, he couldn't get a loan, so of course he's got.
But he didn't want the shield. He's done it twice now. He's got a habit of being a jealous little bitch. Like he didn't want the shield. Then when John Walker took the shield, he went, "I want the shield back."
Willing to go and break his arm and steal it off him. Like what a fucking thug, man. He's so an asshole. Yeah, he's terrible. They ruined him so swiftly. A lot of people don't talk about that enough. He was a cool character who had an issue with Falcon throughout the series. Like he was just Falcon. He was just a good sidekick. But forcing him down our throats like this has just destroyed him.
Hope he dies in the next Avengers movie, man. Fuck
Vex brought this up, but Tom Holland says he knows when a live-action Miles Morales will be introduced.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
which I think would be moderately successful when it happens as well.
The Spider-Verse movies are huge, so the live-action one will probably follow suit.
I don't think a live action one will do that well, in all honesty. I think it'll be passable, like maybe 500, 600 million. But I don't think people want to watch Spider-Man.
You don't think this will be the next Black Panther?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, those are so big. It can
that's the thing.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I can't doubt this dude anymore after this.
It might not be like a $2 billion movie, but I can see this making $1 billion when he does arrive.
Well, I think the issue would be the uniqueness. So, like, what would make Miles Morales stand out in live action in comparison to the other Spider-Man?
He'll
have attitude.
Yeah.
I mean, apart from the fact that it's a black man, man. Like,
what's
even the story.
Listen to rap music.
You know, oh, he's gonna swing around with the exaggerated power of a black teen, I guess.
Yeah, with black swagger.
His power is swagger.
The exaggerated swagger of a black teen, man.
What a quote.
What the fuck is that?
Dude, you've never heard of this, Brooks?
What?
Oh my
God. It's on
God.
IGN. IGN did Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man Miles Morales, which is like it's like a separate game. And he goes, "It's finally great to have the exaggerated swagger of a black tee."
When you're swinging around the city,
he web swings differently than Peter. Like Peter swings like a white guy. Is that what they're trying to say? Like what the
fuck? He does. He does actually swing differently. He swings backwards and sideways.
That's fucking stupid.
Like he swings upside down.
You can do tricks with Miles Morales, but you couldn't do tricks with Peter in the first game. Like he did them automatically. That's it. And so in the second game, you could actually do the tricks yourself. That's why he was like with the exaggerated swagger of a black. Oh God.
Yep.
But like, didn't they have Electro say that in No Way Home, going, "I wish he was a black Spider-Man"? So they've been angling at it for a while. They're just trying to think of a way to introduce him.
Well, they even had Donald Glover. Is it Donald?
Yeah,
Glover?
Donald Glover. Yeah.
He played the Prowler. Like literally, we've already seen him in the Prowler suit, and he also talked about his little cousin or something, Miles, his nephew Miles, in the first in Homecoming. Yeah, like they set this up since Homecoming. But like,
I don't think they'll go down that route anymore. Like I'm just going off how good the X-Men casting is so far. I don't think they're gonna go down that route.
No, they will. It's just what they'll do is they won't do they won't be as egregious as last time. Like they won't just have Peter kill himself and Miles Morales. They'll slowly bring Miles Morales in, like Hulk. He'll be like a side character in his movies, and then like Falcon to Captain America, and then they'll slowly get rid of him.
Okay.
Don't you think they'll do just do the reverse role for Spider-Man and Iron Man? Like Miles will be introduced in Spidey's movie, and then.
But he's still a kid, though. That's the weird thing. So he's still hanging around with Zendaya playing with fucking Lego, but then he's going to be a mentor to fucking Miles Morales.
That's what they should have done this movie, man. This movie should have been like adult Spider-Man, adult Peter Parker. Like, this, but he still feels like a child. It just doesn't make sense.
It's because Tom Holland looks like a child.
No, it's really not that. Like, because I agree with her. Like, that's my biggest gripe with this is like, because the first half of the movie, I could forgive how goofy some of the continuity was and everything because, like, I was like, oh, Peter's gonna he's gonna crack, man. He's gonna actually like kill someone with his bare hands. Like Man Spider's gonna come out. That chip ain't gonna do shit. And then the moment where I think it's gonna happen, because like MJ has that moment where she reads a letter and she tells Peter to his face after this dude's been stalking her, like he's stalking her for 4 years. I don't love you, Peter. I thought that nigga was gonna crack. He was going. Just got a fucking rampage and start killing people and everything, and then nothing happened.
That fucking letter is everyone finds that letter. Zendaya just homes in on it, and fucking Jean finds it as well. It's just so embarrassing. Like how cringe is this? Because everybody knows your emotions just sprayed out on the page. He should have put it somewhere. It shouldn't have been such an easy plot device to push through the movie. Yeah, that's what I mean. It makes it so weird. It was an opportunity. It was an opportunity to get rid of the Iron Boy persona that everyone is just dragged him through the mud for, and actually got the real Peter Parker that we wanted. We should have had him making money through photography. Remember that? Remember when he actually fucking had a camera and he aimed it at things and made money off of it? Like there's so many things they could have done here, and it's just they a rehash. They need Zendaya in the plot. We need to have to do the Ned thing. It's just the age of Ned was over. Like we've been there, done
the
that.
Age of Ned is
the
over.
age of Ned. We don't need it anymore. He's bald. He's married. It's over. Like
you know what? I will say because those two characters were really annoying in the previous 3 films, and like as much as they regress Peter to just staying a teenager, those two actually grew up and they weren't insufferable in this movie. I actually had no problem with either of them in this. I don't know if anyone else felt that way.
I think this was Zendaya's best performance out of the 3. She actually had a couple scenes where I'm like,
out of the four.
Oh yeah. Okay, the 4. She had a couple scenes where I'm like, all right, you're not as trash as I thought you do. You're like, this is compare her emoting in this to like Dune 2, where Dune 2, she's just like, just a little 12-year-old with an angry face. That was pretty much it. She actually had a couple scenes that were delicate in this one and well done.
You know what's gonna be horrible? She's gonna be like the biggest money-making like celebrity this year because everything she's been in has been a hit. You got like Dune, you got Spider-Man, you got The Odyssey.
That's fucking insane.
Imagine the money in their
insane.
household this month. I wonder how much both of them are going to pay in taxes this year, man.
Absolutely
those
balling.
What making bank together?
Yeah, they're on
man.
fire. The fact they're in both, but like, is he in Dune? Just throw him in there. Like, let's get the you know what I mean? The hat trick.
Man, they're making bank together this year, man. It's crazy.
Power couple right there.
Yeah, legit
real,
power
honestly.
couple. A legit power couple. You can't hate on it. They're
dude. When you guys watch Brand New Day, didn't you guys get like some urges? Like me, for example, I had the sudden urge to buy a Samsung flip phone. I also had the urge to drink a beer from Tom Holland because that was in the bodegas as well.
I had the urge to throw someone in front of a taxi.
Oh, yeah. All right. Cool.
Yeah, I had the urge to commit genocide over nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because I'm a fucking idiot.
Dude, but the amount of product placement
for no reason
is crazy, man. Like, I know, because I mean, and for me, the worst product placement in these MCU movies is Endgame, when Tony figures out time travel and he just pulls up in his crisp Audi. You just have the logo, the 4 rings.
The worst and the best product placement is obviously Madam Web, where it kills the villain. So that has to be the one.
That's the best one. That movie's so great. Everything about it, it's just a joy. Remember when she takes the thing and she uses it as a shield towards the end of the movie, like Captain America? It's just fucking brings joy to my heart seeing Madam Web do her thing.
Oh man, yeah. But I mean, like this movie is gonna make a shit ton of money. I just hope that they kind of see the criticisms that will be, going towards them. But I feel like they're gonna be like the bad reviews. I don't know. I think that maybe they're gonna be drowned out by all of the praise.
I think our chat. I think our chat deserves a lot of credit. I don't remember seeing a lot of people like ripping into us for this.
Yeah,
most of the people actually agreed with the criticism or had some of their own. Like, shout out to you guys. Like, you guys know what you're looking at. Because I thought this movie was gonna hold the spell over most people, and it was gonna be a battle today. But no, generally people seem to understand what we're saying. This ain't it. We all like Spider-Man. We wanted this movie to be good. We all go into this, hoping for it to be fun at least.
Now the question is, though, when I do inevitably a video on this, do I make it a long one in which all of chat here will be present, or do I make it a short one in which a lot of people who aren't here but are retarded will be present? So that's the difficult. The shorter the video, the more retards you attract, as I've discovered with videos and stuff. So it's like, which one do I go with? I wonder.
Retards.
You bring them on. Bring the tards.
I mean, this dude is making a point, man. I think it's easy to forget.
He was denying. He denied the blonde. That's his neighbor.
Dude, she's beautiful.
She didn't even say hello. Like, what was the point of that scene? It was just weird. Like, I get it. He's introverted, but that just seemed like.
I want to say the setup was there because, like, Cindy Moon, who plays Silk Spider, she shows up in Banner's class, and she and Peter are supposed to have a romance or some attraction or something later on. So maybe it's just more set up for potential romance interests.
I mean, he was wearing her juicy sweatpants, so.
He wore them well. Listen, I'm just gonna say he wore them kind of well.
I know what my Halloween costume is gonna be, man. Crop top, sweatpants, man. Gonna be walking around in the street looking like a bad bitch. Be like, who are you dressed as? Oh, Peter Parker. What? Oh man. But yeah, man, I hope that they develop other love interests, man, because it's kind of annoying. And even then, there's also the Doctor Strange spell thing, because at the end when he does the handshake with Ned, I was like, huh?
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that. What?
I thought that was an editing issue because him and Ned were building the Legos, and there was supposed to be like a handshake at the end of that scene that maybe they cut out because there's no way that Ned suddenly remembers everything.
I think that's what we're supposed to imply. Like, it was just muscle memory, and then they're gonna go from there. But how do you end the movie on that? Because it's such a strange thing to interpret. Like, I feel like we need a definitive answer so we can understand what's going on into the next movie.
Well, that doesn't make any sense because he's doing it and he goes, Peter. So he says,
no.
Well, if he did in that scene with the Lego, he's dressed as Spider-Man. So he wouldn't have said he would have said Spider-Man at the end of the movie.
No, but
You
so
would've
I
said
think
Peter.
the thing with Peter is that he recognizes like Peter's face because they had introduced themselves to each other.
No, MJ
And
called
then
him Peter.
MJ
Yeah,
called him
MJ called him
Peter.
Peter.
Exactly. Yeah. So since
Oh,
MJ called him
okay.
Peter, I think in his mind he was like,
God.
"Oh shit, Peter. So you're Spider-Man."
I
That's
didn't.
like, that
Yeah,
kind of
but
way.
then they still have the secret handshake, and like,
Yeah,
This is
that
what
would
makes it
be-
confusing. It's
I
just,
think the movie
Yeah.
wants to imply that he's remembered who he really is. So I think that's why they've done
Yeah.
it.
this
I
is
mean,
kind of why I brought it up. I think we kind of need a definitive answer with that. Like, that's a terrible way to end the movie because we don't have answers for one of the most important mechanics we're going to need going into the next film. So you just
Says
kind of
everything,
screwed
though.
us with that.
Says something about a bro and a hoe. One handshake, he remembers him after 5 years. Zendaya gets a love letter, and she's like, "Well, I'm sucking other
Who the
people's
fuck
dicks,
are
you know?"
you? I don't
Says
know
everything,
you, motherfucker.
Nick
Yeah,
is a
man.
real one.
Naruto taught us the power of friendship and talk no shit.
Yes, yes, that's 100%. A handshake is more powerful than a Doctor Strange spell. Pretty much.
Bros before hoes, all
For
the
real.
That's the end of the movie.
Be like, hey man, listen, we're gonna get some other bitches on your dick. All right, cool, let's do it, homie. Said boom, cue the Bad Bunny music and let's go out of the theater. Oh my god. But yeah, this movie is good. What is it? So top 3 biggest opening weekends of all time globally.
All belong to the MCU.
Wow.
are those? I mean, it's not going to make a huge
Domination.
amount of difference, I don't think. But are those inflation adjusted?
No.
No.
No. I mean, it's still going to be probably in the top 3 of the last 2 decades, but
Yeah.
Infinity War might be slightly higher then in that case.
Yeah.
I'm
Slightly
shocked that
higher.
Infinity War is only 640, man. I thought that movie made a lot more money during opening weekend.
It's the best out of the 3, like by a
Yeah.
mile. Kind
Man,
of
Like
sucks.
1.2 billion opening weekend. That's insane.
Like
for
Infinity
Endgame.
War is so much better than these movies.
Hold on, let's
Sucks.
adjust Infinity War for inflation, maybe. Hold on.
Yeah.
Wait,
Because
Well,
maybe
wait.
then that will make more sense, maybe.
Yeah, possibly.
It's only what, like 2019?
But even
So
like
7 years.
2018, and then
2018.
2019 is Endgame.
When did Endgame come out? Was that 2019 or was that?
Yeah, 2019
That's-
Endgame. Yep.
So like 6, 7, 8 years.
Scroll down the list all the way to the bottoms and show me where Supergirl is. I need to see where she stacks up on this list. What, like 47th or something? It's just, I feel so bad for that movie, man. I really do.
Wait,
it's embarrassing.
What is the box office? It is 125 million
disgusting?
Oh my
worldwide.
God.
Worldwide.
Worldwide, yeah. Oh my god.
Dude,
And it's the same with Superman, where-
It's made
sorry, go on.
more than Supergirl and Superman combined.
Combined.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's just
It's
you're getting teabagged. That's just, James Gunn is getting
All
teabagged.
right. So Infinity War adjusted for inflation is over 851 million opening weekend.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
What's Endgame?
Yeah.
Let me check.
But I was saying, like, it's Supergirl. She does the same thing with Superman, where it's got a higher domestic to international split, where more people see it in America than they do abroad. It's 71 million domestic, 53 international. And Superman had, like, what was it, 300 and something domestic and 200 and something international.
Endgame adjusts to about 1.5 billion.
Jeez.
Quick question for Patum, because I know you're very, this is one you're probably going to remember. Who do you think had a worse introduction in terms of damaging their characters? Lex Luthor as a villain or fucking Jean Grey as a villain?
Dude, as a character, Jean Grey. As a villain, Lex Luthor.
Okay, good answer. Good answer.
Yeah, because Jean Grey's got to go for the X-Men.
universe. His damages the universe much more, where Jean is just fucking shredded completely.
Mind you, though, I mean,
every
the whole like pocket universe thing could end up being rivaled by this universal power inhibitor chip. I mean, that is that wasn't her fault, but that's this movie's fault.
I'm blaming her. The fact that she exists and she's fucking torturing people. Wait, never mind. He made that for his own use.
Yeah.
He used it on her. Yeah, okay, I can't blame her for that. I want to though. She's so fucking screwed up, man.
He's now the Oppenheimer of the MCU at this point. It's like, yeah, why are mutants getting killed? Why is this? Oh, Spider-Man. All right, cool. Well, thank you.
Where are we ranking her amongst the 3 Jeans we've seen? Famke Jensen, Sophie Turner, and now this chick. I think
Famke is
she's
still number 1.
Famke number
Yeah,
one.
definitely.
number 1 with a bullet, and this chick's at the bottom. Because I think
think-
Sophie-
How is that even a question?
Just
Yes, of
checking.
course she's at the bottom. Even when the other two became Dark Phoenix, they killed fewer people than Jean Grey in this film.
Yeah.
True.
No, I was talking about their performances mainly. If we're talking about writing, it's not even a question.
Oh, Sophie Turner can't act. Like Sophie
Yeah.
Turner's just like a blank, expressionless.
I
wall.
think Sophie's better than this chick, just from
But
what
this
I've
wasn't
seen.
even Jean Grey, so can we really compare them in that respect?
How wasn't? But it
How
was
wasn't it
though.
Jean
all we
Grey?
got.
It was. It's so garbage that I don't want to call her Jean. I agree. I'd rather call her fucking any other name other than Jean Grey. But we
Yeah.
have to accept that this is Jean Grey from the X-Men, and we have to deal with this continuity now. It's fucked.
She at least
Sophie Turner
emotes
lasts,
when that.
man.
Remember that VMAX twist? That fucking
Yeah.
stupid air conditioning fucking.
Yeah, she looks up and sees an air conditioning unit and says, "Right, you killed my sister, so now I'm going to be evil," as though you haven't been until this point.
Now I'm gonna snap.
But it's not
No.
only now I'm going to be evil; it's also now my powers have just magically amplified for no particular reason.
Yeah, second
Which
wind.
happens. I mean, it happens twice because it's just what theme demands. Theme determines power levels. That's how power scaling works, famously.
They're still
So
doing
she
the
does it
second
there.
wind thing. It's
She looks
frustrating.
up, sees an air conditioning unit, and thinks, "Right, I now have the power to basically do what Bob did in Thunderbolts." And then Spider-Man's like, "Oh, well, theme demands that now I embrace the spider and myself, so now I can beat the Hand." Yeah,
And those
And
guns from Miss Marvel, those stupid air guns that never worked but work against Spider-Man.
But like you said
Oh,
earlier too,
God.
him being able to take a beating from the Hulk really makes the Hand scene hard to watch because it's just nothing they're doing should be phasing
well,
them.
everything about the Hand is hard to watch just from the moment they're introduced because you see
Yeah.
them and it's like, wait, why are there ninjas in this office building? And then the guy says, "Oh,
They're like
they just
kids."
work for me now." And
That-
that's
It's
the
like the-
extent of the explanation. They are kids
like-
who need a leader, so I employed
Yeah.
them.
Listen, they come from bad homes, all right? Bad foster homes, and I'm going to give them something to do.
even in
It's like Coach
Daredevil,
Carter.
even in Daredevil season 2, I just wasn't a big fan of the Hand. It just don't really work for me aesthetically. I love my ninjas, but not in Marvel. It's just
But they were at least
doesn't work.
better, though, when like Nobu fighting Daredevil's at least
yes.
fun.
That's
This
yeah,
one-
again, Nobu versus Daredevil is something I can kind of get behind. Spider-Man, who's strong enough to take a punch from the Hulk, who's all hopped up on this spider adrenaline shit. None of it makes any sense. Like he should be wrecking them. There's so many different ways he can deal with this, and they have to nerf him from that scene just to build up to his second win payoff.
They nerfed all the arachnid DNA stuff though. Like we don't actually aside from him like ejaculating everywhere, we don't really see what the powers
Yeah.
do. Like now he has the now he generates it too, like Toby Spider-Man did.
Yeah.
And that's the one reference we get. Oh, Peter too did this or whatever. But other
Yeah.
than that, like what else was the
Well,
point
he now
of the
has
arachnid DNA?
ultra spidey senses, so even though he already had those, they're now even quicker. Also, his skin becomes at least sword proof, but not bulletproof.
Oh,
And-
Hulk-proof.
True.
And the reaction times are generally improved, and all the and his eyes go black sometimes. I guess if that's a power.
How do we
I don't know.
even? Like, I don't know. It was so much simpler in Civil War when his introduction scene just gave you a clear idea of what he can do, like stopping Winter Soldier's punch with one hand. Like you can have a clear idea of how strong he was, but he still had his limitations, especially as
Right.
a child. Now I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like who
Well,
is the
held
strongest
back.
in the MCU? Who knows?
Shang-Chi
'cause so-
apparently next to
What about Captain Wakanda
Oh,
Man? Don't forget about Captain Wakanda Man out there. And I'm gonna say it every fucking stream until they bring that bitch back. If they decide to
No,
break
it
out
was-
Gaia, everybody's fucked.
Gaia.
It was
Everybody's fucked.
confirmed. It was confirmed by one of the writers that Shang-Chi is the only one strong enough to take on Doctor Doom now.
I don't
Oh, fuck.
believe them.
Oh
I
my
saw
God.
Gaia flex her bicep, buddy. You
She
can't
doesn't
fucking
exist,
remember-
She's retconned out.
Wait, he's
Best
strong
be
enough
Mar-
to face Doctor Doom, but he can't beat Gambit. How does that work?
I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe it's
It's also
Marvel's
fucked.
Katie. Maybe she's the one. She's gonna come out of nowhere and just snipe Doom.
right in the face with an arrow, and then Yelena's gonna like fling him around like Black Widow with the fucking carpet.
She's got help and just gets beaten up by a bunch
She's
of
not
women.
alone. Like they're gonna do that again.
Oh, what a piece
Oh,
of shit.
it's
Yeah.
all so screwed, man. Like where's the investments to be had with this? Like Spider-Man was one of the last points of like investment for any of this in terms of actual decent storytelling and a character that whose journey matters. Now it's done. Everything's fucked.
Well, in a weird way, I'd prefer that people, flocked to see a movie and really pretended at least they cared about it because I can piss more people off now. So, that's good. It's when people are just ambivalent. That's when it's boring.
Yeah.
And everyone says, "Oh, I knew it was going to be shit, so I didn't bother." Yeah,
Well,
great.
you got to go for the retards straight away because they're still high from like the movie coming out. They'll realize, oh, they're chasing the dragon, so you got to get them during the delusion.
Right.
So you got to release it quick.
So it's got to be quick. In that case, then we're moving on to super chats because I've got work to do. Retards to annoy.
Yeah, they sober up very quickly, man. Like you got a few weeks while they're on this high. You got to get them now.
They'll be going lanterns. It's just like True Detective. Fucking that's already. Have you noticed they always do that?
No one's watching Lanterns. What are you talking about?
But they always do that. They always go, "This is just like Dark Souls." So like to give you like a pre-programmed excuse for how shit something is. This is just like this. This is like Game of Thrones.
This is the next Game of Thrones. It's the next this. Yeah. It's when Star Wars meets the Matrix. It's just you see those all the time.
Yeah, what do you like about it? Well, it's Matrix meets fucking Lord of the Rings. Doesn't make any sense, but yeah, let's get to the super chats anyway.
Yeah, so they seem to have stocked up, and I have some Halo to do, and also apparently a Spider-Man script. This isn't happening.
Work.
I do. That is work. Halo is work because that's coming up at the end of the. I've got to do both Halo games, the original and the remake, by the end of this week, and also somehow get other work done.
How bad is the remake? I haven't seen any of it.
I'm the worst person to tell because I have no childhood attachment to Halo whatsoever. So my rule is basically if I go through and I say, "Oh, I actually kind of like this change," then it's probably terrible. You shouldn't. It's not. I'm not a Halo fan. So if I say, for example, which I do frequently, I think being able to sprint is fun and zooming with your guns is great. The game isn't optimized for sprinting, so it doesn't really work. But also, it's just like evidently that ain't not what people are actually looking for that game. So But yeah, that's why I'm playing the original back-to-back because I've never played it before. So this is my first time going through that too. But that's immediately after this stream. And immediately after that is work on Spider-Man and also the Odyssey. Jesus Christ. Anyway, get my child Lapsang for 5 Canadian. Objectively, I think that means great films. But personally, I've never liked RDJ, Marvel humor, Tom Holland's boyishness, the homework, etc. Sorry for the hot take. I'm just tired, and follows up with... I despise these films. Iron Man came out in 2008. 18 years of the MCU's roided out dudes in goofy superhero costumes, admittedly, a lot of them.
So they're actors.
And I can't find the follow-up tweet for that, so I think that might be the only one. Sorry, there's a follow-up at some stage. I just can't see it. So anyway, slightly hot take, I suppose, because the early MCU films were pretty fun, I thought. Not for everybody, though.
Iron Man's awesome.
I suppose lack of variety, like everything. Yeah, I noticed even war films were trying to be like superhero films. Was like 3 guys take on everyone. It's like, yeah, stop trying to be Marvel. Marvel's Marvel.
Case the Ace for 499. Thoughts on the trailer for the movie Uprising? It's an Andrew Garfield movie coming out that looks pretty good, and no one is talking about it. Well, that way because I haven't seen it. Has anybody here seen the movie Uprising? Oh, the trailer for the movie Uprising?
Yeah, it's Andrew Garfield playing like I guess it's like a commoner or like a priest or something. Yeah, like that.
Like Anglo-Saxon town. So basically, it's like during, I think it's King John.
Oh, and this movie.
Yeah, the one I sent you the trailer for last time. But...
Yeah.
Although I looked into the casting and there's like a Chinese guy there, so I'm like, it's supposed to be like 12th century England. Why is there a random Chinese guy? What do you think, Kim Jong-un? He goes, I like it. I think we should go against King John.
The only issue I have is that it kind of looks really low budgety in some shots. That was my only issue when I was watching. Yeah, that's the thing. Like the color grading just makes it look really, really dull. And like when you have other things to compare it, like The Witch, for example, that's like the same type of time frame, and even lower budget. You're like, you guys could have done maybe a bit better. But I mean, it looks interesting. I did enjoy Andrew Garfield's performance in the Silence, the Scorsese movie. Yep. So I think that he can pull off something like this. I think he's a really good actor, underrated, honestly.
Very underrated. I'll watch it just for him. I really like Andrew Garfield as an actor.
This next one is a 3-parter, and I don't know exactly what it's in reference to. It might just be post, like really, really delayed World Cup gloating. I don't know. Anyway, uninspired. And then, why did France give up? It's not a world war.
Listen, man, it's in our blood to give up. All right, that's
Wow.
Cheese eating surrender monkeys. Like that line is officially become golden.
Oh man. But thank you.
Yeah. Thomas Mendoza for $5. What are y'all's thoughts on X-Men 3? I think it has flaws, but it runs circles around Spider-Man Brand New Day. I've not seen that in years, but I have a feeling it's going to be like 2000 slop, which is so much better than 2020's slop.
It truly is.
It's a mixed
It's
bag.
fucking garbage, man. I'm sorry.
There's still some good
Let us
scenes in
not
there, though.
reappraise X3, man. X3 was terrible. Okay,
Magneto's reaction to Xavier's death is one of the highlights in that movie for sure.
Yeah,
like that's that's how it's done.
What is it that the fire kids and he's like, well, I wish I killed him, and he gets like angry at him.
Charles Xavier has done more for mutants than you'll ever know. The only regret I'll have is something. It's a really to live. Yes, it's like a perfect line for a villain to show some respect to his opponent, and those two it's crap, but there's just moments of quality.
But what about that scene where he goes, "I'm the Juggernaut, bitch," and just starts running through walls?
Who was it? Vinny
Elliot Page?
Jones?
Vinny Jones.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Beast as the casting for Beast.
Kelsey Grammer.
Kelsey Grammer as Beast is S tier. I don't care what anyone says. Perfect.
Listen, the movie may have some good moments, but the movie is garbage, okay? Let us not repraise The Last Stand, man. The movie is trash, okay?
It's pretty crap.
Wait, there's a good bit where like Mystique saves Magneto from the Cure, and then he just turns his back on her because she's no longer a mutant.
Yeah, that was actually pretty effective. Yeah, there's
hard.
some good moments in it. It's overall a shit movie. That's pretty much.
Yeah.
Omdrez gifted 5 memberships, so welcome to those people. TGV Monster wishes everybody a happy Monday. Happy Monday to you.
Happy Monday, man.
Sleepy and then got blown out by England. Embarrassing. Yeah.
Man, listen, I'll take the L because I was saying that we were gonna fuck up England. All right. So yeah, I take the L. You know what? The day of the match we lost, to who was it? I think to Spain or something, man. The day that we lost, I was actually at the pub. It's the first time that I had gone to the pub to watch a match too since the World Cup had started. But you know what? Thankfully, that day was what we call the fireman's ball. So the town basically does like a huge party organized by the firefighters, and it's to raise money. So like they do huge strip teasing and stuff like that. Like it's a huge ass party in the middle of town. So when I saw that halfway through the match we were losing, I was like, fuck it, let's go have some fun, man. So boom, going with the firefighters, women firefighters almost half naked, men firefighters half naked. So even if we lost, we still won. That was it.
You keep telling yourself that. Yeah.
We suck, man.
Mexican American male for $2. Platoon, name, origin, Reaper. You gave your word. What did you give your word about?
Oh shit, yeah, Minions. I keep forgetting to watch that.
No.
Yeah, Vex said it was the greatest film ever, and then she just undersold it with a 7 out of 10.
You know what? I went and saw it again, and my rating went up. It is now an 8 out of 10.
Okay, now I'll watch it. See, it's salesmanship. That's the problem. But we all know words mean nothing here, don't we? Cynic.
Cynic, yes.
Yeah. I didn't break the first words. It once you broke it, it's all hell.
It's Zeus's law. You've broken Zeus's law. As for name origin, it is a saying by Edmund Burke, which applied at the time to what we thought the channel was going to be doing, and doesn't apply to anything I do now on the channel, really, but it stuck. So that is where the name comes from. Lair King for $5. Most people I talk to about the morality problem in the movie, and the majority of people say she's justified in her actions. It reminds me of the Falcon show.
Yeah, but what do they say? Same with Reva, same with Abby. The list goes on. It's just, it's one of the worst. We talked about tropes offline. How like something being a trope doesn't inherently like make it bad, but this is legitimately one of the worst tropes in all of media. Like just fucking forgiving villains for absolute nothing.
One specific type of villain in particular. I think Capital Opinions said on Twitter something like the most like bold and revolutionary thing Hollywood could do right now is hold a female character accountable. It's like, true. Yes,
100%. That's actually a fantastic take.
I don't think people realize what she's done when they're making that take, because I feel there's so many like little moments that people are praising so much, or an aesthetic or something, that like the foundation, like the glaring problems that we all saw, they turn their brains off to it. So I don't think people even realize she killed all these people.
Yeah.
No.
Well, they didn't realize Superman killed so many people in Man of Steel. They didn't realize Wonder Woman raped a guy. They didn't realize a lot of things.
I think it's even more unforgivable in this one because they had the self-awareness to have the line from Peter. He apologized for the kiss from MJ. They're aware of, like, you know, what's actually going on when you do this to somebody. But then they ignore it when it comes to Jean Grey.
Him apologize for it.
It means they're aware
the guy who got kissed by someone doppelganging his girlfriend.
Yeah,
apologizes for kissing her while she was under mind control. Not like Jean Grey is never called to apologize for making that happen.
My point. That's my point. They're aware of this concept being an issue, but they completely ignore it when it comes to Jean Grey. It's fucked up. You know what I mean? At least the other ones could have like pleaded ignorance. Like I truly believe Patty Jenkins doesn't realize that she made the chick a fucking rapist. Like it's just.
I guess I could argue that like for Peter apologizing on behalf, it's more just because again Peter's been simping after the same girl for 4 years, so he'd do anything to try and get her back, sort of, or get her in his good graces, sort of deal, like to sway her. So I think that. I could argue that stands for Peter, at least. I don't know.
Well, if he'd read more women's literature, he would have said, I did it and I'm proud of it. And she'd be like, ooh, that sounds like assault. I'm into that, actually.
There you go.
This is why you should read books, kids. Learn female psychology.
They do that with like House of the Dragon. Like they forgive Daemon for cutting a baby's head off, but they hate Crispin Cole for calling Rhaenyra a cunt.
It doesn't make any sense. Kristen, Aegon is like a rapist and like has his children in like the fighting pits and whatnot. There's terrible people in this show. Like Cole, I will never understand the hatred for that character when he's actually one of the more consistent ones. Especially, did you see his ending recently?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually think it was a more respectful ending than I thought we were going to get for his character, you know? And that show is kind of goes in line with what we're saying here now. They're portraying, based on what they're showing us, women shouldn't be in charge of anything. They shouldn't be allowed to even be in the kitchen. They should just be locked up and just, you know, like, it's insane. Yet that the show, like, that's not what that's truly not what they believe based on the things that they've shown us. But the characters that they're displaying are completely insane. It's mixed messaging to the utmost degree.
They have the Omni-Man thinking, which is like they burn down your house and go, why did you make me do this? They have like no responsibility.
Absolutely no accountability
no
for the
choice.
things that they've done.
She had no choice but to saw a child's head off. I mean, what was she supposed to do? They wouldn't recognize her as queen. And it's like the same with Rhaenys. They should have just made her queen, but she stepped on hundreds of people on her dragon. It's like, fuck, these
and
women
then
are evil.
Said, it's not my war to start.
It's not my war to start, you fucking idiot.
How many more people have you killed by not killing them?
Between both shows, we have 2 incidents each series of women doing some genocidal incident.
Atrocities.
And nobody is holding them accountable for it. It's fucking insane. So I don't know what the show's trying to show.
She has a fucking period, so she can't rule anyway. Anyway, that's a discussion for another time. So we will return to House of the Dragon. There was only 1 episode left, thank fuck. Thomas Mendoza for $5. The climax of this movie is like Spider-Man going into Ted Bundy's cell and going, "You're beautiful and special," and thinking he's a good guy.
Agreed.
And if he's a woman, that's how we would remember him. But as he isn't, we don't. TGV Monster. When Jean Grey showed up, I kept hearing, and if only I could make a deal with God. Oh, God, no, it's fucking Kate Bush. Yeah, true. Yeah. Oh, well, that's going in the video now, obviously. Every time she's on screen, that song's playing.
It'd be like the Wonder Woman theme every time she shows up in.
One of the worst creative choices of all time.
Oh my god!
Shame on you, Zach.
Wasn't that like a creative decision for some of the Stranger Things marketing too? That it kind of brought back plays to that Kate Bishop song. So double.
Kate Bishop.
Kate
Marvel's
Bishop.
Kate Bishop?
No, not Kate Bishop. Sorry. What's her name?
Kate Bishop.
Kate Bush.
Running up that hill. Also star of Hawkeye. What a career.
Oh, God.
Joey Magadonis for $4.99. How could you be talking about Spider-Man? Spider-Man is out. Jean Grey Pitler will return in Avengers Doomsday.
She's done. She's done.
Big T for $9.99. They'll start mocking Brand New Day once.
The hizzy, how it should have ended.
Oh, cool. Channel makes a video making fun of how dumb or evil Gene is. Also, Reaper, quote of the year. They might have had witches and wizards, but they didn't write it down.
They forgot to write it down. It was Reaper going off on open bar about African.
Oh yeah, I was being racist. I was being racist against Africans, and I was going like, their history is basically Mbongo threw a stick at me.
Dude, when I watched the clip, I was fucking dying, bro.
Drinker had to take his down immediately, straight afterwards. Like it's back up again on the other thing, but like I was going, their history sucks, and then I went, they might have had witches and wizards, but he didn't write it down. And Mauler was like just laughing. That's how stupid the quote was.
I'm sure African history is way more interesting than that shitty trailer portrayed it as. Like, it's
it's just Avatar. That's the thing as well. It's African history's now Avatar: The Last Airbender mixed with Wakanda.
Yeah,
yeah.
Louis Palau for $1.99. People that liked Brand New Day presumably watched Obsession. I don't think those. I mean, I haven't seen it yet because I still haven't had fucking time. But I'm assuming Obsession is better than Brand New Day.
You haven't seen Obsession, really?
Dude,
that would have been. That would have really.
No idea how busy I am. I'm like King Jong Il here. It's horrible.
That would have really assisted your assessment of this film because you would have had a direct example of it does it way better, and the consequences of the moral component is much more explored in that movie. And to go from Obsession to this is like a mind fuck. Completely.
Why is Obsession a bad movie in this super chat? I'm confused.
No.
The media literacy in Obsession.
Okay.
The moral component is actually explored in Obsession. They are aware of what they're doing is a terrible thing, and it's portrayed within the movie. In Spider-Man, people who probably saw the exact same film this year completely miss it. It's so strange. Spider-Man's on the screen and you can miss something as horrible as genocide. It's just it's pretty fucked up.
Joey Bag of Donuts.
Grape Hitler.
Yeah.
Joey Bag of Donuts for $4.99. This was the time to introduce Harry Osborn, Dr. Connors, Mary Jane, Felicia Hardy, hell, even Gwen Stacy, but no, fucking Zendaya and fucking Ned. Yeah, from all these people who say that they hate the John Watts movies too. So you just all of your emotional beats kind of rely on the stuff that he did, don't they? Funny that.
This was the time to get rid of the Iron Boy mantle and have him actually be proper Spider-Man. This is it. But no, we need Ned. It's just.
Do you think they try and use a bit of the meta narrative of like Tom Holland and Zendaya being married in real life? They're trying to use that.
Yes. Zendaya is gonna be around even if Mary Jane is there. They're gonna find a way to keep her in this movie, or in the series eternally. They just love these two.
Type 0 for $4.99. When people say Thanos killed people, I will pull the Jean Grey defense of you don't see any bodies. Looks like they went on vacation to me. Yeah. Well, we do see one body at least.
He flies off camera because he's hit so hard.
Yeah, he's not surviving that.
This isn't something you can argue. She killed that guy.
Yeah.
He's either dead or crippled. And
if it's like in the 1% circumstance where he managed to survive, the intent was to kill him. So she is an attempted murderess.
She tried to kill Spider-Man. There's so many.
Zendaya,
there's just no.
She tried to kill.
It's
that's understandable, but
there was a quote from, was that the director or one of the writers, but they chose to keep that scene in where we see an old man get killed by a cab, but they thought the man spider would be too scary to have in the film.
Oh, God.
Priorities.
If you don't have the man spider, then his arachnid DNA problem goes fucking nowhere.
Well, it did go nowhere.
That's what I mean.
It was pointless. Like literally nothing happened with it.
Yeah, it's weird, man. Just like the thing that was like interesting to me is that the Spider-Man webs like coming from his body was actually like by Raimi. And it was honestly. It's a weird like parentheses, but like that just shocked me. So
and that was one of my biggest issues with the Raimi films because I was going into that movie as a kid as being like one of the first like big adaptations I was watching, and I was going to be judging for certain things like that. And I'm like, how the fuck are you not going to do the web shooters, like the cartridges? Because that added so much drama any single time he was on screen. One of the best parts of the cartoons was him running out of web fluid midair and having to find a creative way to not get killed on the way down. It created a limit, a resource management. It created consequences when they actually got destroyed. It's just superior in every way, in my opinion, to the organic one. I just don't know why they do that.
look how much the organic one he can splooge. It was everywhere.
Oh,
like he
yeah,
can fill a
it's
room
true.
up.
Like
He
with
can
the
fill a
organic,
room up.
with the organic one and the OP powers now, he is just busted. He's just unstoppable.
It's because he's been fucking holding it in for 5 years. He hasn't masturbated in all that time.
Yes.
Do you think he just goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, it's been such a long time, and you're so pretty," and
I'm
Oh,
surprised he didn't just go off the minute he got into the same room as Zendaya. It just explodes with web.
that was a weird thing as well, like a bit of a continuity issue. So when he starts jizzing everywhere, he can't control it, and you see him swinging through the city, and he can't swing properly. But then suddenly, like 2 scenes later, without any changes whatsoever, he can swing totally
They
fine with
skipped
Zendaya.
that whole fucking
Yeah.
thing. It was
Yeah,
nuts.
dude,
Like
yeah.
instead, you need, if you're gonna do it, have a whole montage of him trying to learn. Like
Yeah.
we have time for that. But instead, they made a joke out of it and then just completely skipped the progress of him learning how to use it. It was dumb. Really,
The
really
Big
dumb.
Hard Legion for $5. These movies have horrible messages because Hollywood is full of shit people. Zendaya was only cast because she gets passed around like a party favor. That will be news to Tom Holland. But
Tom Holland's in a cook chair, isn't he?
I mean, she did make a movie where she got railed by 2 guys. So
true.
Is that Euphoria or?
no,
That was the
tennis
tennis
one.
movie.
the tennis movie.
Oh, another one. She's been railed more than once in these movies.
Well, she gets her titties all grabbed up by Robert Pattinson in the drama too.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh, it's 3 movies. She's been
Is
railed.
there
in.
anything to even grab up? I don't, sorry.
You know what's surprising? There is, and it's kind of pancakey. Just gonna say.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh God.
That's a pleasing
Zero
image,
Zenith for €11. You know, I have a feeling that if the genders were reversed for the rooftop scene with MJ, the writers would have a very different opinion of whoever the male equivalent of Jean Grey would have been. Yes.
Mm.
Yep.
Double standards reign supreme. Captain Scarlet, €2. Don't want to be a what?
Mutants.
Oh, mutant. Can you not say mutant in YouTube chat now?
Probably
Jesus
not.
Christ. It's run by a bunch of cunts. Anyway, don't want to be a mutant. Call Peter Parker. True. Yeah.
He's got the solution for you.
Yeah. Just pray the gay away. Oh, no, sorry, you can just put the inhibitor
Chip
on
the gay
on the
away.
gay. Yeah, chip the gay away. That's the one. Joey Bag of Donuts. Does Ned remember he's a wizard or Doctor Strange? I thought they both did
No.
because like that has nothing to do necessarily with Peter Parker, does it? He could just
You
use
should remember, but
I
they
think you
don't
should.
address that at all.
Did he ever lose the sling ring?
Yeah, Doctor Strange takes it back off him, I think, but he's so like
Oh.
he looks at him kind of like, oh, I'm impressed, because all the only other people he's got to work with is fucking America Chavez, so of course he's going to be impressed by Ned. But
Oh, he can't recruit him because he's screaming, isn't he? Or he's with Charlize Theron, isn't he? With a third eye.
yeah, he's still off in the multiverse somewhere.
We think so. Who
I
knows?
forgot America Chavez was actually a thing, man.
They might
Yeah.
forget America Chavez. They might forget his third eye. They might forget Charlize Theron. Who knows?
I think they've
Like, there's
already
no
forgotten
rules.
all of
They've
those.
forgotten Charlize Theron for sure, man.
She
Yes.
killed her
They even
family.
forgot Harry
because of
Styles, you know? That was
She,
back in the
I can't get
Eternals.
over the fact American Chavez killed her family because of a bee.
The bee. Ah, bee.
Bee, and just sucks them into like oblivion.
Yeah,
And it
but by
doesn't
the-
go
if
and
they
find them
didn't
after with
die,
their
though-
powers.
Well, she
Yeah,
was trying, sort of. But the problem is, though, if they don't die when they go through them, they are incursions who are destroying the multiverse.
Oh,
now.
please. Come on.
So-
They're not going to remember that. You know, the
Lesbian
incursion
mums
stuff
are breaking
is-
the universe. There you go.
Of all the things they're going to forget, incursions is at the top of the list.
Yeah. They
Lesbian
can't. They can't.
Mexicans.
It's doomsday. It relies on them.
They,
That's according to the leaks. It's Captain America going back to have a kid with Peggy is causing an incursion. So Captain America is now responsible for the end of the multiverse.
ugh.
If the
Wait, how
leaks are
does,
correct.
how does it cause an incursion? Because they're going back in their own timeline. They're not
Yeah,
going
but he
to
wasn't
do
supposed to be back there in that timeline, so he wasn't supposed to have a kid at
But
that point in the
Dune-
timeline.
But Doom doesn't exist in 1930, 40 something.
No, but
So how
so
is
what,
going-
according to the leaks, which might not be true, except that the trailer makes it look like every single word is true. Loki goes back to find Cap and says, "Hey, you're causing an incursion back here, so we're going to move you to a world where you never existed." And that's the Fantastic Four
okay.
universe. But then, by virtue of him going there, it causes an incursion somehow, and that's what kills Doom's family, and that's why he turns evil.
What the
So-
fuck?
If the
Wouldn't-
leaks are to be believed, Captain America destroys the universe.
Oh, that's great.
I give up.
Yeah, wise. So should they. John Doe, the average Joe, for $4.99. Jean is basically Kilgrave, Purple Man from Jessica Jones, who mind controls others unconditionally, and that show at least knew he's a complete psycho. I've not seen Jessica Jones, so I'll have to take your word for
it's
that.
played by David Tennant. He can basically, if he touches you, or I actually know, he can just mind control you. Like he gets people to walk in front of buses, or like he gets Jessica Jones to like punch people to death, and he rapes people as well. So he's basically the same as Jean Grey.
Charming.
But way better written. Like I didn't like Jessica Jones, but he was a well-written villain. Yeah.
He's more likable than Jean.
Very.
He's a more likable rapist.
He's got charm, man.
Wolfspin for $1.99. Specifically, post Dark Phoenix, Jean is a psycho. Well, here now, pre Dark Phoenix, Jean is a psycho. So there is that.
Prepubescent Jean is a psycho.
I just want to point out a comment in the chat. These guys just pretend to dislike the movie for the clicks. Did you like ignore the last like 90 minutes of us breaking down all the reasons why it's shit, or did we just say it's bad and move on? Like, come on, man.
I don't know how people can... a more original comment. Like the number. If you think I'm going to type this, I'm going to take time out of my day to type this into YouTube. Like I'm the first person who's ever pointed it out, and the best you can do is, oh, you hate it for clicks. Just go outside.
Touch some grass.
Be more interesting. Jesus,
so much things you can do with your life. It's just a weak take. It's exhausting to hear it year after year after year, especially when you put so much effort into explaining your reasoning. Because I bet if you were to explain what you liked about it, it would be much shorter than the 90 minutes that we just broke down everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, it used to be, well, you just hate women, and then there was some good women characters that came out, and now they just go, you just hate it for clicks.
Now it depends on the movie on whether the ists come out. And they came out for Supergirl, so
they did. Yes. Thunderstorm for $9.99. Did Tony Stark pay anybody anything that worked with him? It makes no sense. Just being an Avenger you think would pay well. Well, it does selectively, because in Captain America 4 there's loads of resources, but in Falcon and Winter Soldier there's no resources.
Well,
so,
Sam couldn't loan a boat. Yeah, Sam couldn't get a bank loan, could he? He couldn't get a tugboat, his dad's tugboat.
Where did all the Tony tech go, by the way? Because he he had the suits and everything, and we never saw him like ditch that or want to ditch that. So where's all the Tony tech?
I don't know.
Pepper, maybe.
Well,
I don't know.
No, but remember, Spidey has his own suits and everything. Like those aren't under control of Stark Industries or anything. Those are Peter's.
But
he had them in the
tech
previous
expert
movies.
now. Everyone is like, being a tech expert is no longer a superpower. Everyone. But
why does he? Why? Okay. But what?
Why does he use a worse suit now than the one he had with like the Iron Spider and stuff?
Exactly.
Tony took that one back, didn't he? I can't remember.
No, he didn't. Tony isn't taking anything back.
No Way Home. He ends that movie with basically just his base kit. I can't remember exactly how though.
Well, he doesn't have the Iron Spider in No Way Home, or does he?
No, he does.
Yeah, he uses it. He does. He uses it because
I really should have rewatched that movie. Shit.
The nanomachines brainwash Doc Ock. Is that what happens? Like it just
he has it.
Them?
Yeah.
He uses the extra legs to like anchor himself on the bridge and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, but don't they absorb into Doc Ock's like tentacles and then that's where they go? It just disappears.
No, only some of it. I don't think it's the whole thing. Not also, that I remember anyway.
Peter's suit is able to take control of Octavius's octopus arms in that movie because it's that suit.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. He just doesn't care anymore. He went, fuck Tony, and threw it in the bin.
TGV Monster for $5. Not gonna lie, Professor X has a steep hill to climb to convince people mutants are a threat.
They fucked his cause completely. They fucked over Xavier. Huh? Well, you see, Jean really meant, the tank, and imagine him trying to explain this in a courtroom and some shit. He's like, oh, geez, I don't know. Okay, she's fucking evil, all right? I admit it. It's just,
Jean has to stand very far in the back.
Also, it's very ableist to say that the man in the wheelchair has a steep hill to climb. It's not on.
Rude.
Sty Games for $2 Canadian. Can you play Spider-Lord brand new ring on Xbox? No, because I have to play Halo in 18 minutes. That's not going to happen. Fuck it. Louis Palau, $4.99. The same people that talk about media literacy hate John Walker while simultaneously giving Jean a pass. Media literacy, what a sick joke. Yeah.
Man, justice for John Walker, man. Like, actually,
Yeah.
he's probably one of the most entertaining newer characters since Endgame.
He's one of the only new characters. It's actually like a character, like some actual character.
He's
They
heroic.
tried to make him
He's
a
a hero.
villain.
They
It's the thing,
tried and they
tried
failed
Gina's
miserably.
really good. She's a perfect counterexample. They tried to make John Walker an exaggerated villain and made him a hero. They tried to make Gina a redemptive hero and made her an unredeemable villain. It's just that's what they do.
It's insane.
He kills a terrorist who just
tried to kill his friend. Yeah,
who is still a threat, and then he's perfectly fine to do it.
It's completely justified, man. And
Captain
the way
America
they
killed
completely
people?
fuck up, Falcon and Bucky by having the exact scene of them saying we can't just run up on a man, beat him up, and take a shield, and then they do exactly that. They
Yep.
fucking break his arm and rob him. Like they just, it's so crazy, man. The lack of self-awareness when it comes to these characters.
Jeffinator the Colossal for 10 asses. With the DNA suppressing chip, it can suppress any part of a person's DNA. So they could suppress the part that lets cells replicate, and it can target foreign DNA. So would it not be the cure for cancer?
Yeah, I think
Probably
you mentioned that
yes.
earlier.
said that,
And many,
yeah.
many other things. Yeah.
It's the cure for everything based on what we've
It's
seen.
CRISPR. It's
Yeah.
gene editing. You can do whatever you want with it. You can
That
make more
actually works.
centuries. You can make because Sentry is born in the lab. You could just copy his DNA.
It's crazy that they're gonna absolutely forget that chip exists in Doomsday, like in 6 months. They're gonna
Yeah.
forget that
Yeah.
even exists.
But I said
Even
this
though-
earlier or even offline, I can't even remember, but I think the chip is as disruptive as the blip, but they're going to ignore it just as easily.
I think they
Yep.
have to. Wolfsbane 199. What's with Marvel and making evil women good?
It's not just Marvel.
Yes, everyone. Everywhere.
I mentioned
It's everything.
Reva, Abby. There was another one that was mentioned earlier. There's probably so many other examples. And me and
Macho
Reaper
Man,
broke down
Abby
that.
Savage.
Yeah, Abby is basically the inspiration for this whole movie. Like pretty much. Abby
She's
is the key.
amazing.
Yeah.
She's fucking evil. So evil.
It all adds up, man.
I let you live after I clubbed your father figure to death.
Yeah.
Nerf Herder for $10. I'm really tired of the just turn your brain off defense of bad movies. I want movies to make me think, not punish me for doing so. Agreed.
Agreed.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm all down for a fun popcorn flick, but like, yeah, that doesn't make a movie good suddenly. If just because they're entertained. So
I mean, you can turn
But
your brain
even a
off
fun-
for dumb popcorn flicks, and then when you turn your brain on, it's nice to find that it's also a good film.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I mean. I'm not even a fan of that term popcorn flicks, because that implies that it's stupid but entertaining enough to get a pass. I would refer to movies like Madam Web, and I don't call that a popcorn flick. That's just a retarded movie that's
Just a
so retarded
masterpiece.
that it's hilarious. I prefer those that are we can acknowledge it's bad but still have fun with it. Popcorn flips is what this is supposed to be, where people are telling you to, oh, it's a summer blockbuster, it's just for action. Why are you thinking about it?
I gotcha.
I hate that as a
Yeah.
term because it implies that most of the time. I want movies to age well. I go into everything hoping I can rewatch it. And when I see a shit movie, I'm bummed out, not just because it's shit, because it's going to get more shit on a rewatch. So I don't want to fucking even touch it.
Yeah.
Be Large for $5 is a man of few words, but thank you all the same.
Mhm.
Spy Games, Brand New Day is deeply terrible, but No Way Home is still worse. I think I'm going
No.
to disagree with that. The spell is
No.
profoundly broken, but that
No.
movie has some really high highs and some really good character stuff.
I was
This
gonna
movie doesn't.
ask if there was anything of quality in this movie that you want to point out, and I was like, let me just not bother because
Nah.
there's just not much. Where No Way Home clearly has things you can point at that they did well,
Yeah.
and I don't even like No Way Home.
Be Large has found some words for $5. Does this mean Peter causes another incursion via his universal anti-mutant chip? Also, Square versus Rectangle BSUP when? I don't know, probably when the Odyssey 2 comes out. I don't know, I'm not sure why Peter would cause an incursion with the universal anti-mutant chip, because that's not a canon-breaking event. It's a universe-breaking event.
Yeah, it destroys this universe, but like figuratively.
Yes. Yeah.
It's still bad. It's still awful.
Boogaloonie for $10 felt like this whole movie was meandering on what the coffee shop scene from No Way Home understood. Now they gave a vague cliffhanger for the next movie that doesn't commit to something concrete.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying it's a stupid scene to end on, because you're making the mechanics that we need to understand vague and contradictory based on what we've seen in this movie. So I don't even know what to do with that scene. There's no way to really get a payoff there.
It's also the relationships, because like Zendaya doesn't remember him, but his bro Ned does.
Yeah.
So it's like, are they getting back together? Aren't they? Are they going to drag this drama out for 3 movies called the Incel Trilogy? We just stalked it for 3 episodes.
Yes. Yeah, we had the Home trilogy. Now we're getting the Incel trilogy. Like, it's just him being a fucking loser for the next 3 films.
Sty Games. I miss when Zendaya was a Disney Channel lady who was kind of well cast in the fairly normal role she was in, rather than a forced flavor of the month. Flavor of the month? That's an understatement. It's like flavor of the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
She's
I
so
remember I used
manufactured.
to watch her. I used to watch her on Disney Channel back when I was coming home from school, dude. Like at 2:30, she was on TV watching on Shake It Up. I remember that was like the first time ever, dude. So it is crazy now that I think of it. She's been in my life since I was a kid. That's actually insane.
She's always there.
Man.
Yeah, I
she's
kind of
always
feel
been
that
there.
way about Ryan Gosling. I remember watching him on Breaker High and Young Hercules and all sorts of things. He's just been around my entire life, and even up to seeing him in Project Hail Mary, I'm like, you know what? This is fucking awesome. You've legit been entertaining me since I was a child, dude. Like, this is cool. But the difference is he's like talented. And, like,
Yeah, he is.
I actually like the things he's
really
in.
good. Yes,
not
charisma,
forced.
man.
Yeah, he's always had charisma.
Zendaya's like vegetables on your plate. You're like, why is this here?
Yeah, I guess I'll eat
rid of
them. You know, I guess I do need my vegetables. Whatever. It's just whatever. And the fact that I think this is probably one of her better performances, and it was still nothing really, says a lot. I just don't think she's as talented as her talent doesn't match her popularity.
His skill is picking movies. She's never the star. So if something goes wrong with Spider-Man, she's not to blame. If something goes wrong with Dune, she's not to blame. She's never, if she was like the main star of like The Fugitive, if that's going to happen, that'll actually hurt her career.
That's a good point, actually. She's always in a position to come out on top.
She's on brands, yeah. She's attached herself to the right products.
It's
She's
always
a
an
brilliant
ensemble.
agent.
It's true.
She's a brilliant agent. That's actually a great point.
The Imperial Breakwall, $5. The recent trauma is probably whatever hell he had to have gone through to stop the hand. Well, no, because we saw him stop the hand. So
pretty easy.
Yeah, really easy.
On them, jizzed everywhere. That's like stop the hand.
Them in jizz.
They're like, you know, scary movie where she gets glued. To
yes, it's one scene that's like you're never ever gonna forget. It's glued to your mind forever. Like I'll immediately know what you're referencing.
You just see his ribs. He just all the fat in his body leaves.
Sty Games, who does God hate more, Fats or MCU mutants? Well, we don't know yet how God regards MCU mutants, but they are worthy of more hatred, I think. For now, though, Fats is still who God hates most. WizNilly P for $5. Donald Glover cameos as one of the multiverse Spider-Man in the second animated movie.
Oh, wow.
No, he cameos as the Prowler, not as a different Spider-Man.
No, he might have done a voiceover in the second movie as well. It might be unrelated, I think, is what
maybe.
they're saying. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
I didn't see that second one. I heard people said it was awful. So,
just one comment I need to pull out real quick. Mahler's is called Punisher a pussy on FNT. It's a fucking PG-13 movie, you smug autistic plonker. It's just what does that have to do with him being portrayed accurately? You know what I mean? And written correctly. You could make Punisher good even if it's PG-13. The problem is they made him fucking pathetic, crying over something he would never cry about, shooting grenade launchers at a fucking teammate, and he would felt forced and completely out of character. So you have to elaborate. You can't just say, "Oh, pussy," and just that's it. There's much more to that because I can assume based on what he meant, he's referring to all the other things.
Yeah, like you've taken the Punisher, the special one where he murders about 50 people, and then put him in this one. It just doesn't work. It's not the same character.
No, it is absolutely not.
It's Disney. It isn't even Disney, but I'm blaming them anyway. It's Disney-fied Punisher. It's just as soon as he was on screen, I said it. I legit was like tracking my thoughts live on this movie because I'm like, wow, you ruined Punisher in like 30 seconds. It's fucking terrible. This isn't him. And the joke at the end, which was probably one of the only decent jokes in the movie, still, I don't need him to be the comic relief. It was just like, that's not the character you do this with. It's the total balance you need to actually understand. I always reference Helm's Deep. One of the best fights of all time. you have Legolas and Gimli making jokes that are in line with their character. And to contrast that, you have Aragorn, who's super stoic, super serious, fate of the world, not fucking around. If Aragorn was making jokes and cracking jokes with Legolas and Gimli, it would have fucking ruined the movie. You need to be aware of which characters are making these jokes.
Yeah, you just wait till you see The Hunt for Gollum.
Don't you dare, Platoon. Don't even put that in my head. My problem is Marvel doesn't see that. If Marvel was in charge of Return of the King, or sorry, The Two Towers, Aragorn would have been making fucking jokes right there with the left of them, even though it's not in line with his character or the situation. It's all about knowing the character or the joke doesn't work. And they will never understand that.
Arkham Reaver for $5. You're cursed with deciding between a Zack Snyder-led sequel to The Thing or letting Rian Johnson adapt BioShock. Which do you choose to suffer?
Zack Snyder.
I'm thinking Zack Snyder and The Thing, yeah.
The Thing sounds actually dope.
Rian Johnson shouldn't be allowed to touch pens, keyboards, like anything that can make a script of any kind. Just bad. No, Ryan. Just hit it out of his hand. He can direct, but he's retarded when it comes to writing.
Joey Bagadonuts. Dark Hour does a segment called Clit, Comments Lacking Intelligent Thought. I would love to see the Blutz version of that. No, we just pull up random people to bully every now and then.
We kind of do that. We kind of do that anyway. It's just, I can't. Sometimes it's like, motherfucker, what'd you say? Just hold on. Just throw that up there. Let's talk about this.
Wolfsbane, not quite Naruto because Peter didn't use his right fist to knock some sense to his head before they reconciled. Cork no jutsu only works after he beats the crap out. I have no idea what any of that means.
Yeah, you
but
have to
okay.
smack somebody for it's okay.
Yeah,
it's accurate.
It's basically he beats you up and then gives you a lecture. But the problem is with that you'd be heavily concussed, so you wouldn't be able to take in what he's saying. That's always been the problem. But he basically goes, "Hey."
It's in Naruto. He was
village, man. They never duck a fade. Okay.
He was famous. The main character in Naruto was famous for talking his villains into being evil into being good after defeating them. It was actually well done until it became a meme. This is like the worst example of it, where like he just forgives her for no fucking reason, even though she should be locked up under the prison. Like it's
that Pain thing where he genocides a village and then goes, Pain, stop it, and Pain goes, all right. And
come on. It's much better constructed than that. There's a whole backstory between them that justifies it, but they do that in a way where it doesn't make it fucking nonsense.
So many people. He's like, yeah, I'll change now because you're going to be the hero I wasn't.
Just to counter that, Reaper, you don't even know what we're talking about, but that character he's referencing sacrifices his life to bring back the people he killed. If Jean did that, we'd feel way better about her than we do now. Instead, she just escapes justice completely.
Yeah.
If Jean killed herself, and literally everyone we saw died, like that old man, he's not in the hospital and like paralyzed with the fucking like family around him. If we got that scene of everyone coming back, it would really help the situation, but we don't get that. We get her just piecing out. So it's
all missing is a suicide.
Even Wanda, even crazy ass Wanda had the good decency to kill herself at the end of Multiverse of Madness. All right, there's better ways you could do this shit. But Jean's the fucking worst.
She broke Professor X's neck for the 5th time.
This is what I'm saying. This conversation seals it for me. She has surpassed Reva. Reva is now number 2 on the fucking list. All right, Jean is at the top. Yeah, think about it.
Jean and Reva.
Reva showed more, as garbage as it was, Reva showed more of an understanding for what she did than Jean did. All right?
Reva was so bad. She cuts that woman's hands off and the other Sith are going, Reva, stop, you fucking psycho.
So evil.
Absolutely no reason for no fucking... Yeah, you know what? This is why I think it should be close, because Reva cut that woman's hand off for absolutely no reason. Most of her story was for absolutely no reason, but she still had a goal in mind that would have been more difficult than Jean's. Jean's, like I said before, she could have solved that in an afternoon.
But
Reva it makes all her killing unnecessary. Sty Games for $5 Ned doing anything other than being the CEO of sex means he's been thoroughly character assassinated too, worse than everything else in that movie. Ned is still, I'm sure, the CEO of sex in some alternate universe where he's not fat. Joe Mammer for $4.99. If Ned can't remember Spidey, do you think he remembers himself ditching his own homecoming to look at porn? I'm assuming it means.
That's true.
Wolfsbane, why use Jean Grey anyway? Emma was a villain for a while. That's because they want to introduce the X-Men.
Yeah.
But why ruin one of the main ones?
Why
I don't get it.
You know, specifically, I don't
Why?
even understand this.
I
Like
don't
me,
get
for
it.
example, I think that they should have brought back Scorpion as like the main villain. But you know, since it's been a long time, maybe he's assembled like a tiny version of like the Sinister Six or something like that. You know, so something just a bit more personal to Spider-Man. You know,
Dude, that's what I was expecting because Michael Mando was hyped so much while they were filming this, like overhyped. So I thought, okay, he's the main baddie then. They're not going to go any other direction with it. Dude was in the movie for literally 3 minutes.
And no, you know, that's even generous because a big part of it, he was being mind controlled. So it wasn't even him. So it's just, we barely get any Scorpion. And when you think back to the fact that Vulture, Michael Keaton's Vulture is one of the best villains in the entire MCU. You don't need anything complex. We just need the right actor, the right premise. But Jean, comparing Vulture to Jean, what the fuck were they thinking? This helps nobody. There's nothing they can do to salvage this, really.
Nope. Minimally moronic for $5. I was there, Grand Elf. I was there when Rings of Power teased a love triangle with Satan, and Marvel made the Punisher even more of a pantry.
Yes.
How's Galadriel going to explain, like, oh, sorry, Celeborn, whilst you were trying, moving heaven and earth to try and foul me, I fucking was trying to suck off Sauron's dick.
Damn.
How are you going to explain that?
We will look forward to that.
I can't wait. I actually can't wait for the Rings of Power. It's one of the few things I look forward to. It's so boring.
Like, as bad as it is, it's equal parts awful and then boring. I think
that's
having no heart, but though.
That's season 2. Season 2 was watching paint dry. Season 1, I wasn't bored at all. We had Bronwyn, man. Like
funny all the way through.
It was hilarious. So I really hope we get a return to form of season 1.
The only thing I remember from season 2 is that where Gil-galad goes, dwarves! Like, he's super excited. He's in a headlock.
Celebrimbor being the biggest doofus like in the entire show. Like, he what a waste of that actor, man.
How stupid was that scene? I mean, forget it. We'll be here all night.
Yeah, don't even get into it.
Already delayed once. Gonna have to delay again. Vicky 499. Fun fact: Tom Holland's Spider-Man shares the same birthday as American Pie 2 and Osmosis Jones, August the 10th, 2001. I wonder if he likes any of those movies.
That's so weird, man. I was actually thinking about watching Osmosis Jones this morning. That's a weird coincidence.
That was a fun film.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Blink 182 soundtrack, beautiful.
Road Trip and the first 2 American Pies. Those are like mandatory movies for preteens.
Sty Games, final supper cat is someone else because I will have pizza. Enjoy your pizza. Then follows up anyway and says, no, it's supper cats, not gags. It's super chats. Well, okay, supper cats it is. Roadkill BT. Did anyone rewatch The Prestige? Not thoughts? Oh yeah, we had that argument, which I still haven't seen the film, so I can't offer any thoughts on the not. No, we'll get back to you on the not and whether or not the not is a problem in Prestige. Boogaloonie for $10. Shout out to Reaper's summary of African history on Open Bar last week. Hope you and Ryan Kindle come together to talk about the movie. May cost you channel, but it would be very funny. It would.
Yeah, wouldn't that be like crossing the laser beams and Ghostbusters? There's too much racism and sexism and
Rainsustic, one of those, for €5, just came from Nolisi. Ugh, just imagining someone did it with reverence that Leon had for the 10 Commandments. A man can dream. I don't understand that reference.
Just imagining someone did it with the reverence that Leon had for the 10 Commandments.
Who's Leon?
I don't know.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Imagine they did it with reverence. I get that part.
You don't know
that would
Leon?
be nice.
You've never heard of Leon?
No idea.
No. Roxavile. Fun fact, the French have 17 words for surrender.
Cheese eating surrender monkeys. Groundskeeper Willie called it.
Thunderstorm. Wanda did nothing wrong. Hail Hydra. Oh, you'll
in
get on
Ultron,
with the new Captain America.
In Ultron, she was pretty chill, but like they fucking obliterated Wanda. Like, come on now.
Wonder Girl. Platoon, if you use the song, you have to use your cover of it. Yours is better anyway. I'm not inflicting my running up that hill cover on people all the way through a Spider-Man video. No, that's not going to happen. Plus, I'm going to have to find one without words, because songs with words underneath voiceover is just irritating. You did it once in Supergirl, and that's the only time I'm ever going to do it. Star Games, Peen and Jedi. What if the only way to undo the last 7 years of shit media is to do something you despise? Like Peyton eats steak and Jedi eats chicken.
Who's Peyton?
I will eat steak. Me. I am Peyton. No. I will eat
Jerry
steak.
Peyton. I feel like they have like they're just I don't know what they thought that conversation was. Like they think you fucking despise steak and I fucking hate chicken, but no. Easy mix.
Is your nickname Peen now, Platoon?
Yeah,
I think it's whatever Star Game says it is. He's the master of these nicknames.
All right. The little Peen.
I don't like this nickname. I take it back.
The little Peen.
Jean Torino. Male Jean is Kilgrave in Jessica Jones season 1. He was a monster. Yeah, I think but apparently he's a better monster than she is.
Better than
Jean. 610. Did you guys see the spider at the Spider-Man premiere that was holding a sign that said, "My species is not your costume"?
No.
What the fuck?
That's great, though.
Very good.
There was a guy in a Spider-Man suit in the concessions when I went to the theater, though, which was pretty cool. And he wasn't fat. He actually he looked like Spider-Man.
That's rare, because normally they are, and it's really tragic.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those outfits you can only get away with if you are in shape.
Right.
Yeah,
most people who wear it are the kind of people who are not going to be in shape. Wolfsbane. Well, young Jean did turn Iceman gay in the comics. Did she really?
Oh, yeah. That was a famous storyline. For some reason, she goes, I can't remember she goes, Iceman, yeah, I got news for you. I think you're gay.
Starts making him suck dicks randomly.
That means you're gay, Iceman.
Star Games for 5 Canadian. If general audiences didn't learn with Brand New Day, I worry that Doomsday will make as much as it did. I hope it doesn't, but I've been disappointed before. Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll make slightly less, to be honest, but it'll still make it will clear $1 billion. I just think it's kind of people have learned to clown on Avengers stuff now in a way that they haven't with Spider-Man.
It depends on word of mouth, honestly.
Yes,
Spider-Man is in a way better position than the MCU as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's people that are genuinely invested in Peter Parker and the story, where the MCU is a coin flip. Nobody knows who's even alive or what to even,
It's why they introduced the X-Men in Spider-Man, not in Avengers. They want people to have definitely their eyes on these characters now, and unfortunately we do. Star Games, now I go get pizza before the rabbit hole gets deeper. Enjoy that pizza. But never mind. Pizza delivery is a thing. I'm still here. Cool. Don't enjoy the pizza until it turns up. Winter GS for $5. I'd rather rematch Spider-Man 2 and A Knight's Tale than this and the Plodacy. I think rewatch Spider-Man 2 and A Knight's Tale than this and the Plodacy. And that seems like an easy choice to me. Spider-Man 2 is okay. And Knight's Tale I haven't seen for years, but I think that's fun, probably.
It is.
Wacky Pizza Man is going to be you delivering to Star Games. Mrs. Gray, would you care to talk on your genocide of citizens and exploiting people? Jean, on the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment. She's learned from the best in Mr. Fauci.
Mm-hmm.
Star Games, my supper is your cat and pizza. Well, that implies that cat is pizza. Cat shouldn't be supper, though, really. Supper cats is not a cat that you eat.
Unless you're
Star Games, unless you're Korean, true. Remember, while the MCU is imploding, Vulture is retired and sipping martinis on a beach in Cuba with Morbius in the real sacred timeline. Yes,
it's true.
Madam Web's probably wheeled herself over there to join them. Joey Bag of Donuts. Ploots, how are you still reading Suppercats? Halo Campaign Evolved is out. Also, Reaper story, please.
I'll just tell you about that guy in school called 20 Second Sandy. And his bragging rights was that he was like a gunslinger in the Old West. He had the fastest quick draw, except the quick draw was he could get an erection, masturbate, and finish all within 20 seconds. But he used to brag like he was a gunslinger, and I never understood that. Why would you tell people this?
How quickly did he reload?
I don't know. I never asked that question. I usually left.
It's like, if it's rapid fire, then you can kind of think, okay, it's weird, but I can see maybe that there's some use
and
utility in that.
Pumps it. He just does one pump and it's reloaded.
If it's one and done, though, that's kind of shit.
Yeah, but it's all about speed. He covers it in spooge as quickly as possible. You ain't fighting. You're
gonna have to remember all these crazy characters when they write your biopic, man. That's pretty much it.
No, it'll look like a mental patient. It's like it'll just all these pages are filled with shit. my biography.
Sty Games. Hello, Joey. Final topic at is moi, not Yok. We shall see. We shall see. Joey Bag of Donuts. Howdy, Sty. How was your weekend? Sty Games. Yoy, not Yok. Typo, but it's moi. We shall still see. My weekend is interesting. How was yours, Joey? We take a brief pause from this accounting of weekends for the one I still can't pronounce. Fran Esustic. We'll go with that. €2. Nolan fried my brain. It's Cecil B. Cecil B. DeMille movie. I don't know what that is, but I applaud the reference to whatever that is. Joey Bag of Donuts. Pretty good. Other than Brand New Day. Last day of vacation. Oh, nice. Zinni for 200. Easily the worst Spider-Man movie. At least both of the TASM films are Spider-Man films about Spider-Man and his villains. TASM 2 still has the best Spider-Man action. Punisher is the true hero of the story. But he wasn't until he apologized. When he just tried to shoot her, he was the hero.
Just real quick question. Does the panel have a worse Spider-Man movie? Because I don't think this is the worst one. It's bad, but I don't think it's the worst one.
Spider-Man 3
morally
is
it is.
Really
Yeah.
No,
Three
this
is.
is. I bet if I rewatch 3, there'd be some things that I could.
I like 3, man. I'm sorry.
There's not much this movie has to offer, but the Hulk fight,
I accept
that's
your
it.
apology.
3 has Bully Maguire at least.
Exactly.
What do you mean
Bully
that
Maguire
bullies?
trumps this movie like easily.
It's
Every time
impossible to watch.
every time I smoke, I watch 3, dude. Like that's my go-to. So
That's
I'm
why the film's
biased.
so great, because you're high.
Right.
High as fuck. It's not actually a great pitch, bro. But I was gonna say, if we're talking like meme value versus lack of
TASM?
morality, Spider-Man 3 is infinitely better than this movie.
I'd say TASM 2 is literally like the worst. Like,
Yeah, I
no-
think
no-
that's the
probably-
worst.
I haven't seen
Yeah.
that
You're
one.
probably
so I
not
can't
even
comment.
watching Spider-Man. You're probably staring at a blank wall. Oh, this is my greatest movie ever, and just things are just appearing in front of you.
It's just I'm imagining the soundtrack in my head.
Spider-Man's fighting Thor, and you're going, "Whoa, what happened then?" And like, it never happens. It's just all fake.
But I'd have to say TASM 2 because there's just too much going on. A lot of people forget that the beginning of TASM 2 is literally his parents dying in a fucking jet crash because they're being hunted down by Oscorp, and it's like there's so much bullshit in that movie that
There's
makes it
too much
horrendous.
and also nothing at the same time. happening in
Exactly.
TASM
It's like
2.
it is bad, man.
It also has that horrendous edition of Green Goblin. That is
Yeah.
incredibly bad.
Mhm.
It's the
Electro's-
overacting is so bad.
Electro's like a dweeb as well. He's like,
Oh yeah,
fucking-
it's like he falls into a fucking vat of eels. Ugh.
he's got his
So-
I remember the zoom in on the teeth as well when they become
Yeah, they
electric.
fix the teeth.
Fix the gap.
so
Oh my god, yeah, dude, TASM 2 is trash, man. Even though it has the best action, like the plot is absolute garbage.
Sty Games, glad to hear it. Joey of House, Bag of Donuts. And finally, at least for now, Angst Kitten for $1.99. Where is the Savant? Free the Savant. It's due out, I think, isn't it? At some point this month, the Savant.
I think August.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Forgot about.
But I don't know. We've had no word, no press that I can detect. Yeah,
it
who can say?
says July 2026, and it's not here. So
Lies.
Charlie Kirk
Yeah.
had to be so selfish, didn't he? He didn't realize how that would affect us. We wouldn't get this TV show because some troon shot him.
We're all poorer for it. Yeah. Not quite finally now.
He's
Finally for now. Josh Kelsey Jr. for $19.99 says nothing, but we thank him for his generosity anyway. Right, we now go around while the Suffocate Wars inevitably break out and find out what everybody's doing with their lives for the rest of this week. So, Uninspired, what are you up to these days?
I'm just trying to survive, man. That's pretty
Yeah.
much it. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like I'm dead right now.
If only you had those Spidey condoms with you, man. You wouldn't be sick right now.
Dude, yeah, I keep getting on my Instagram, I keep getting condom ads, but like Spider-Man themed condom ads for some reason. So like I don't know why, dude. And like not even in English. Some of them are like in Spanish, and then some of them were in French, and I was like, what the fuck is going on, man? So I don't know.
Wouldn't Spider-Man condoms be bad? Wasn't it like they'd stick to her the second you put it in, they'd slip right out?
I think what was more amusing is that they weren't just condoms with Spider-Man packaging; they actually had a Spider-Man suit print on the condoms.
Exactly.
That was the best
It
part.
was crazy. I was like, what the fuck? and the tagline was, with great power comes great responsibility, which is like, it does make sense.
I remember when Game of Thrones came out and there was an advert that popped up and you could get like the dildo in the shape of Long Claw. So you have a handle, the sword guard, and a big dildo. That was Long Claw.
Oh, those sex toy companies.
Winter is coming with the dildo.
Mr. Brooks, what are you doing with yourself? Cool. Reaper, what's up with you?
Probably Spooderman. And how shit it is. And then not get that out and then watch the lanterns.
Oh yeah, lanterns. Shit.
Oh, I forgot about lanterns.
Is that this week?
That.
No, that's I've got it here. It's 17th of August.
That's in
I
a
think.
while.
If my
Are they
sticky
dropping
notes
it
would work.
all at once or weekly?
I think that's weekly.
Okay.
16th of August.
No, it's too much stuff. I'm
That's
not
only
doing
12
it.
days.
Unless it's remarkably bad, it is not getting coverage from me.
It's True Detective done by David Lindelof. That's like,
oh god,
oh no.
That's why you've got a retard trying to do like something very intelligent. Don't you want to see that? That car crash?
maybe I'll check it out. Can't promise anything. We'll see. Vex, how about you? What are you working on?
I have a Ridley Scott inspired video coming out next week, probably next weekend. So
Does it trash all of your preceding lore?
No, but it is a take no one has heard before. So yes.
I was about to ask why,
with
but then
the
I realized that would
censorship.
defeat the object completely. So yeah.
It's a surprise, but you don't need condoms for it. Wink, wink. Uninspired knows.
Oh man, you guys are in for a treat. It's gonna be hilarious.
Okay.
It's a type of video Reaper would make, to be honest.
Yes.
Jesus.
Oh, that's gonna be bad. That's a bad sign. Oh Jesus, what have you done?
I'm really waiting for it, man.
Yeah, it sounds intriguing. Cynic, what are you up to this week?
I'll have to do a Spider-Man review, and I think I'm going to do a video about. I started a new video series called "When You're Acting Is a Joke," and I think I'm going to do one about Vin Diesel this week.
Ooh,
nice.
His acting is a joke, so
because his acting is a joke. So yeah. What about you, Platoon? What are you doing?
I don't know. So Odyssey 3 is basically done. It needs proofing and I'll be adding whatever the fuck I add to that. I don't know when I'm releasing that either. Like, I don't know if that's going to be, because my stream schedule, I'm going to be live it's going to be every day this week somehow. It's going to be, I'm going to do all the Halos, maybe Odyssey 3 on Wednesday. Maybe I hold it to Sunday. Maybe I do Spider-Man and do that on Sunday and then Odyssey 3. I don't know. Loads of stuff. So many things will be out. But immediately following this, and the stream will redirect itself, is Halo Combat Evolved again. And then Campaign Evolved will be tomorrow, Combat Evolved Wednesday, Campaign Thursday. And so it goes until Saturday when I have to try and remember something about this game to talk about on EVAP. So loads of stuff.
Only 46 minutes late.
Yeah, only that. I did rejig the times a little bit, so anyone waiting there will be pissed off, but nobody here will be. Is Brooks back with us? We haven't found out what he's doing yet. What are you doing with yourself?
Spider-Man, but more focused on Jean Grey, because I think, like I said, she's topped fucking Revo, which is a special thing when it comes to just horribly redeemed villains and just that entire concept overall. I love a villain redemption story, but for some reason Hollywood just can't do them anymore, especially Marvel, especially Disney. It's pretty sad. Yeah, Jean's an abomination. So yeah.
Fair enough. Right, we quickly wrap up with Sty Games. Panini, I can hear your Xbox One running from here. Well, you must be Jean Grey then, because you're fucking mental. Brain Sustic, I think I've done that 4 times, for 4 different times on 4 different occasions, but I hope one of them was right. I was thinking about the 10 Commandments from 1956. Director had the leading Egyptologist with him and listened to them and was faithful to the source. It's a novel concept that maybe Hollywood will remember one day, but certainly did not make it in time for the Odyssey. Wonder Girl, I'll claim Final Suppercat if nobody else will. Also, Platoon, you know your cover of that song is lovely, right? Well, you're too kind. That's really old as well, so I didn't know what I was doing at the time, and I recorded it on an iPhone, so I will not find it lovely. But if you say it's lovely, then I'll take your word for that. The Numa Numa cover is better, in my opinion. And finally, Sty Games, no, the Final Suppercat is moi. No, it's not, fuck's sake. Is moi, not all of yo. It's time to finalize the Suppercats, as indeed it is. Thank you all for hanging out. I'll see some of you over on Halo imminently. Until the next time, for the rest of you, have a good week, and we will see you then. Goodbye.
Fuck you.